alive at the military blockade? The message is clear. The Nox event is contained. I repeat, the Nox event is contained.
What happened here? What's happening here? It's not contained. I had to find what I needed to survive and fight. But there were too many. And this is how I died. The next time, I was smarter. I moved between the shadows, between the infected. But I wasn't smart enough. And this is how I died. I knew I had to leave this place. I found an empty farmhouse, a place where they'd never find me. I prepped, built defenses. I farmed, I fished, and found a generator to keep me warm through winter. But it needed fuel. There was a gas station back out on the road. I took the car and risked the noise it made. But I would never make it home. This is Project Zomboid. Survive together. Build. Scavenge. Fight. Die. Project Zomboid, the ultimate zombie survival RPG.
One thing you can always count on is Gaming Lawyer showing up every Thursday. And the other thing you can always count on is he's always got his microphone turned on. Right, Brad? Right, Evie? What did I turn off? I clicked something that had the intention of unmuting myself. But, you know, classic G-Law. Every Thursday. Let me see. What happened to baseball? That's right. It's right here, Brad. Look, there's baseball. Baseball never went away. I just I've been playing it on my channel. That's all. It's still there. Look. You were thinking about playing Project Zomboid? I don't know if... I think I tried streaming it once before and it didn't go well, so... But I can't remember if I ever did. Or if I just thought about streaming it once. Every couple of years I get the itch and I get sucked into it for a week or so. And then usually I hit a point where I either get too depressed from it or just I end up feeling aimless, like what am I doing? What's the point of any of this? So and hey James, how you doing? Mic constantly on. Right, that's my first stream of the new year. Open with my muted mic, just to give you a taste of what's to come. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year. It just occurred to me right now. This is my first stream of 2022. So, but yeah, so my gaming this week has shifted a little bit. I've still been playing Final Fantasy. I haven't played Dead Cells, but I actually just bought Dead Cells because when I was playing it last week, that was through my subscription on whatchamahoosit, Game Pass. So I didn't really own it, and it didn't come with any expansions or anything else. And just so happens there's like a big sale on a bunch of sites right now for Dead Cells. And so I used my Epic $10 off coupon plus a sale on the Dead Cells Complete Edition with all the DLCs. I got it for $11. So, and then I uninstalled the other one and installed the new one. So if I play that again, I'll be starting from scratch. But I decided I enjoyed it enough that if I could get the whole package for $11 with my Epic coupon, I'd do it. So I did it. I'm not planning on playing Dead Cells tonight, Brad, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're so offended by Dead Cells. Gee, I swear I thought Dead Cells would be the type of game you'd be like, oh, thanks, G-Law's finally playing something worthwhile for once. I was a bit of a shock to learn that you were not at all enthusiastic about Dead Cells, because it seemed like the type of game you would you'd appreciate, and you'd appreciate me trying out and playing and getting into, because it's so off my beaten path. And this month's Humble, I'm going to look at it again to refresh my memory. I know I looked at it, and it sort of echoed the way it had been for the past several months on the Humble Monthly, which is, Like, I'm pretty sure the headliner is something I'm moderately interested in. And mostly everything else is like, I haven't heard of it, or I wasn't really interested. Let me see where the heck it. Okay, here it is. Oh, Mafia Definitive Edition. That's actually something I was interested in playing. That seems like that's a headlining game of that's the headliner. And I played the original Mafia in 2003 or 2000 whatever. A few years after. I didn't buy it when it was new. I bought it a few years later. And I remember really enjoying it. And if this is it's like a remake, not just a reskin, that might be worth revisiting. I thought that was a really good game. Project Winter I thought looked interesting, but it's a multiplayer, so I probably will never play it. Between the Stars? I'm trying to think, did I buy that? I know that was one I found interesting, but every time I looked close at it, it sounded like it was like pretty rough around the edges, and I never pulled the trigger on it. It's Matus out here! Everyone who wanted Mafia? No, I was literally a week ago during one of the sales. I saw it like on a pretty reasonably deep sale, and I was thinking about getting it because I had the original, but I never got the remake, which is supposed to be really good. So to me, that's a nice addition to a game that I've toyed with buying but just haven't. Platformers are all the same from a viewing perspective. That's fair. That's like if I go into a stream where somebody's playing Super Mario Maker and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna move along. have a nice day. Well, because usually the people that are playing games like that aren't paying a lot of attention to chat, and what's happening up on the screen is not that interesting to me usually, so. All right, James, you said you haven't played it since April. I get, what is it that the multiplayer function officially came out? Is that the news? Something caused Project Zomboid to start popping up in my consciousness. Like I started seeing it pop up places, like videos about it and stuff. Something put it on my radar. I don't remember seeking it out. Although maybe I did, because the other game that I got, all summer or all winter sale long, I was looking at Days Gone. So maybe that's why I did have a zombie apocalypse on the mind. And Days Gone was one that, again, with the Epic Store, the discount plus their $10 off coupon, I was able to get it for $19.99, which is, it's never been that cheap anywhere on PC. And truth be told, this week, turns out Days Gone is the game I've been playing the most. I'm actually really enjoying it. When I start getting depressed about Dead Cells, I'll end up playing Days Gone as often as Final Fantasy this week. Alali! Is it Minecraft? No, it's not Minecraft. It's Project Zomboid. At least until I get frustrated or bored of trying to stream it and then play something else. Happy New Year, Alali. You feel like you've seen it a lot too? Well, that's the thing I'm trying to figure out too is I think they just officially, like they had a major update within the past year and they kept waiting for multiplayer to be officially implemented. And I think it has been officially implemented now in the main branch, which is not that exciting to me, but I think could be exciting for a lot of people to get in, do multiplayer and Project Zomboid. I just mostly like it because when I've always sort of been fascinated by zombie apocalypse type stuff. And if you want to think about the game that most resembles what it would be like could you actually survive in the zombie apocalypse? Project Zomboid simulates the reality of that circumstance more realistically than any other game ever made. So every once in a while I get an itch and want to try it, and they keep, improving it and making it better and better and better too. So every time I visit it, it's better. G-Law 3.0. I think we touched on 3.0 briefly last year, and we're now on 4.0. If you blink, you're gonna miss a G-Law version. I forget what the 3.0's theme was. Maybe 3.0 was the cool and sophisticated G-Law. This is G-Law 3.0 is this one. I'd like to thank you all for joining me here in this new year, 2022, with Gaming Lawyer Channel. As you know, over the years, whatever. That's G-Law 3.0. It didn't last very long. Oh my gosh, all the EVs are here. Now I'm still on the welcome screen, Mega EV7. We've got the best EV in the internet, and then the other EV, who's also, what were you the best at? I think we'd agreed that you were still the best at something. I'm not sure. Maybe it was being a Time Lord. G-Law 3.0 was the smooth jazz of the people. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe sometimes there's times for G-Law 3.0. Yeah, back to, But when it's time to relax and have a nice bottle of ale or wine or something sophisticated, maybe some cheese, a block of cheese, whatever fancy people have, you can relax with it. Wear a top hat, a monocle, and sit back and enjoy G-Law 3.0 for a stream of 2022, the new year. Hello, Nick. How are you doing this evening? It's fantastic to see you, my friend. All right, it's G-Law 3.0. It's still, even though G-Law 3.0 is going away, it's still fantastic to see you. How you doing, Nick? I heard rumors you were Time Lord Mega EV7. Well, I also don't want to confuse you, but originally, when I brought on that music, Matus, it was rebranding as this sort of chill, sophisticated channel. And then I liked that video and that music so much that I decided to use it as my new stream wrap up scene music. So, which I think it functions well for that, Doing all right, a little tired. I could get on board with doing all right, a little tired. This morning was a morning that I woke up. I got plenty of sleep, but I woke up and I didn't want to wake up. I just wanted to keep sleeping. I had a headache. And it was almost like I almost felt so unenthusiastic about waking up that a part of me wanted to just call off and stay in bed. And because I felt bleh. But that was before I even sat up. So I was like, okay, well, I'll make a deal with myself. At least sit up, drink a little bit of water. Maybe because you could just be dehydrated. But I don't think I drank enough water yesterday. And then literally I sat up, I drank a little bit of water, I sat there for 30 seconds, the headache went away, and I was like, okay, no, I'm fine. It was just that waking up and going from the laying down position to the sitting up position was very difficult for me today. Blood days can happen. Absolutely, Mega EV7. You woke up feeling like a chicken McNugget? Or chicken nugget? As in feeling like you wanted to eat one, or feeling that you were one? And what does that feel like? I call off if I'm not feeling well. I don't call off that often, but I'm not somebody who's like, he worked for 4 years and never called off one time. I'm like, no, well, because also I get stuff like where I'll get super stressed or whatever, and sometimes it's just like I need a break. But, I mean, I don't. Usually I'll work those out ahead of time, but there are days where I just. Usually it's like if it's stress related, it's because I didn't sleep well, so I physically the day are not feeling well. It's usually not just I wake up and I'm like, I don't feel like working today, like, and I don't work. It's something triggers me to not work. What was that? A notification? Well, I'll have to check that out later. A chicken nugget. You are a chicken nugget. Okay. Well, I'm sorry if that's a bad thing, but it sounds adorable, being a chicken nugget. So I may be gonna roll with it a little bit. Heard of Ashen? It's got more words in it, because I think I have. And it maybe I own it. Is it in the Epic store? It could be one of the many games that Epic gave to me at some point, and I'm like, ah. You always drink your milk and smoke your weed right before bed and wake up feeling great. James Baker. That's an idea. I don't smoke weed. We don't usually have milk in the house. But I could maybe work on a comparable ritual. Usually what my version of that is just having melatonin, and depending on what the weather is, maybe a little bit of like antihistamines. And that'll knock me out and help me sleep. But I'm someone that tries not to make it like do that every night, because normally I'm a pretty decent sleeper, but sometimes I have trouble going to sleep. I am familiar with it. I know I've seen it, Mega Evie. I know I've seen it. I'm not a huge Dark Souls fan, and not that I don't like it, because I did play it and get really into it once, but most of the time it just sounds too intimidating when I think about those games. Like, I kind of want to like them and play them, but on the other hand, I'm like, it looks stressful. And I remember playing it and feeling constantly punished, but you get kind of obsessed with it and keep trying over and over till you get it. It's like one of those, and if you're not in the mood to get your ass slapped over and over and over again until you finally get it, then you're not in the mood to play a game like that. And hey, Chevy guy, yo, what's up? Happy New Year. You saw a herd of Ashen under a grill? Pause time. MM Paper Guy 1 series. Yeah. Every Thursday there's a stream. Guaranteed. Never once been missed. You all know this. This is my claim to fame. That every Thursday, I starting in 2016, when I defined Thursday, so we're going on 6 years, and I take a lot of pride in the fact that I've never missed a Thursday stream, ever. And this week is no different. So, I notice my glasses are falling down. Okay, I got new glasses since my last stream. I don't know if I mentioned that I had new glasses incoming, but they're huge. And I think I like them. But I'm not used to the frames being this big. And also they do slip down my face a little bit. So much pride. So much pride. Did I very much mention it? Only 60%, Matus? You need to work on that. Actually, I shouldn't joke, because here I am with Pepsi. Guess what I got today? I got Taco Bell. This time it wasn't my fault. My wife got it for me. I get to blame her. Actually, James Baker, glasses don't help you do math better. Okay? That's a common misconception. Okay? I'm gonna play Project Zomboid. You like that, James? They went from huge to thin. Yeah, my last glasses were these. Oh. So I'm not. There's a part of me that's still not sure because now I'm looking. Now I'm looking at these and I'm like, oh yeah, I like those. Those look good. But this is the direction. This is the direction that I went instead. Which was the thing that I liked about them was when I put them on, all of a sudden the frames were all pushed away. Like I was like, oh, I like that. The frames are further out of my field of vision, and I enjoyed that. And then my wife and the lady at the, because my wife came with me, and then the lady that worked at the glasses place, both said that because I've got kind of a wide head, they said, yeah, the extra wide frames actually they work for your moderately sized head. And I was like, oh, that's good, I think. Demon Gaze was for Switch today. I don't know Demon Gaze. Oh my gosh, $59. That was like me buying Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I didn't think long about it, but that was painful because I don't pay that much. I don't pay $60 for games. Like hardly ever. Because I'm always like, nah, I can wait. I don't need to play it that bad. But when I found out I could play Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's like kind of, and that it was the first day of my Christmas break, kind of did want to play it that bad. So I bought it. But usually, nope, don't do it. I think my head wasn't quite as wide back when I was in school. Although I always tended to be a little bit overweight. I went through phases where I had a thinner face, but my cheeks were still big. So maybe I just the rest of my head grew into my face a little bit. I saw a picture of myself when I was in college, and it was like thin top of my head, and then I was smiling, and it was like this big, like, oh, it's still there. It is. You can see it. My head is big on the bottom. Moderately wide head. They mean larger than moderate. Well, that was a descriptor that I actually came up with now. I think they just said those giant glass frames fit your head really nice. And then I filled in the blanks about what kind of a statement that made about my head. Oh, you did play it. It was a cool RPG dungeon. That was Demon Gaze. Okay. So Project Zomboid, and there's a chance I might jump out of Project Zomboid. I hesitated to make it like the official game I was playing, but I decided it's what I at least wanted to start off with. And Project Zomboid is a simulation. Here, for those who didn't see the trailer, it's actually pretty kind of a good taste of what it's like, if it would be so kind.
Live at the military blockade, the message is clear. The Nox event is contained. I repeat, the Nox event is contained.
What happened here? What's happening here? It's not contained. I had to find what I needed to survive and fight. But there were too many. And this is how I died. The next time, I was smarter. I moved between the shadows, between the infected. But I wasn't smart enough. And this is how I died. I knew I had to leave this place. I found an empty farmhouse, a place where they'd never find me. I prepped, built defenses. I farmed, I fished, and found a generator to keep me warm through winter. But it needed fuel. There was a gas station back out on the road. I took the car and risked the noise it made. But I would never make it home. This is Project Zomboid. Survive together. Build. Scavenge. Fight. Die. Project Zomboid. The the ultimate zombie survival RPG.
All right, what is going on over here with Asaya Suzuki? How you doing, Asaya? And S-Smart Man. Oh, Smart Man. That's S-Smart. Twilight Dragon, Matthew Kelly, Just Some Andy, and there's the guy himself. I see Dark Jake 13. You've become distinguished. Your name it's different now. It's the same, but it's different. Dark Jake X333, X111, XIII, Dark Jake 13. Thanks for the raid, guys. Look at that strong raid. Welcome, guys. Happy New Year, Dark Jake. How you doing? Doing okay? Hey, that's good. I'm doing okay. Pretty good. I'd be happier if it were Friday night. Basically, that's my main complaint, is that it's not Friday. Or, you know, if I were independently wealthy and just didn't have to work, that'd be nice. But considering my job's okay, I'll settle for it being Friday. Thursday's good too. So it's okay. You know, that's all. I don't know that a Dark Jake 1 through 12 ever lived. It's not version 13. He just always was. It's like a cereal bowl. No, I noticed that. I was like, that's pretty cool. Slight rebranding. Oh, new year, new brand, huh? Wow. So where do I have to go to find out about the new branding? If I look at your streams this week, are you gonna have like some sort of announcement about the new Dark Jake 13? All right, let's go back to it. Thank you for the raid, guys. You came in the middle of, I was showing the trailer for the game I'm going to play tonight, because it's something that most people never heard of. And as I started trying to describe it, since I had the trailer already loaded, I was like, you know, it's easier just to show you the trailer. It's going to do a lot better job making the game sound good than if I tried to just describe it. All right, here we are back at the welcome screen. Welcome. Hello. And I was also showing off, you got your new name and I got my new glasses, Dark Jake. We're talking about my new glasses with the giant frames. They were the biggest frames in the glasses store. Everyone agreed they fit my head very nicely. We're speculating about what that says about the size of my head. Oh, just a small name change. Okay. All right, that's fair. I was starting to get like goosebumps about what happened to Dark Jake Go Medieval. What's going on? Hey, look, Mega EV7's back. Welcome back, Mega EV7. The second best EV on the internet. And Time Lord. Resident Time Lord. Yeah, Dead Cells is good. Didn't you watch me playing it last week? I mean, maybe not everyone would love it. But I'm not usually into platformers. And I played quite a bit of it last week. And I actually just bought it. It's on sale right now. So, because when I had it last week, that I was playing off of Game Pass. I don't own it. And they had a sale on the Epic Store with their coupon. It included all the DLC. I got for like $11 with all the DLC. So I just couldn't not get it. I don't usually, hey Matthew, I don't usually do it in the middle of streams. I usually open my stream. Like my stream will start off, here, this is what my stream starts. It looks like this. And then I'm quiet and I don't say anything. And then the trailer comes on.
Live at the military blockade, the message is clear.
And then when the trailer's done, then I'm here and I go, hey, usually my mic is still muted and I've forgotten to take it off. So I sit here and I go, this is the experience. Hold on.
Live at the military blockade, the message is clear. The Nox event.
And then someone says you're muted and I go, oh. So that, just in case you were wondering what you missed when the stream started, that was a pretty decent summary. I think at that point, what? Oh, well, he does anything but, when did I say I played games? Okay, we're a half hour into my stream and I haven't played a single game yet. I played the trailer for the game I intend to play twice now. I haven't played the game. Okay. All right. I do have some cashews. But you know what I also have? I have a leftover taco. And some last dab Apollo to put on the taco and make my mouth burn. And then at some point, undisclosed time later in the evening, usually around 3 a.m., make some other part of my body burn. It's all part of the fun of having very hot sauces. That explains why, yeah, that's why you saw the trailer. I usually don't play the trailer when it first starts, but some people were asking me like, oh, what is Project Zomboid? And I was like, I think the trailer does a better job describing it. So I got lazy. It's like, I'll let the trailer entertain them for a minute and I'll be quiet. Yeah, I love Hot Ones. I don't have them all in my room anymore. Because the bottle started taking up too much space. I have the classic, which I finished. This is the Apollo. I first got the Last Dab Triple X, which I actually like better. Apollo is a little bit hotter. It's more like pure heat without being repugnant. Like, I thought about getting the Bomb Beyond Insanity, which is supposedly the most unpleasant, hottest one that they have. That's the one where during the shows, everyone's like regretting showing up once they take a bite with that on it. And I have some, like my wife just got me. She found a box of like a hot sauce challenge with a bunch of different ones. We got a couple of those, but I had gotten curious. So over the past few months, I've bought several of the Hot Ones line hot sauces from the recent seasons. So I've got like a couple versions of the Classico. I've got the new with the garlic one and the classic, the red one, and I've got the Caliente, whatever. One called Caliente. It's pretty good. And a couple of the last dabs. And I got one that's like a Pepper X infused honey, which is basically honey, but it's just hot. You eat it, you're like, oh, it's honey, and it burns. It's good, but it tastes good. All right, Dark Jake, go get that dinner. Did Costco have the actual hot sauce challenge? Because I've seen it getting more popular where different hot sauce companies or entrepreneurs are packaging like a full range of from mild to hot, doing sort of the same thing but with different varieties of hot sauces. And I got one of those too, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Imagine taking a slug of hot sauce every time you die in a game. I would never sleep again. Like, that's the thing about especially this one. I've got to be careful with Last Dab, because it is hot, and like it'll hurt all the way to its conclusion during the digestive process. Well, it hurts when it goes in your mouth, and then you feel fine, and then 8 hours later, then you don't feel fine again. But it's not your mouth anymore. What? He loves oh, that's right. Brad doesn't like, what's his name? Sean Evans? I don't know. I don't know enough about Sean Evans to hate the show due to a dislike of him. I just assume a lot of celebrities are probably not exactly what you see on screen, and I don't expect them to be. But I like it when they are, especially if there's someone, if you like them on screen and you find out, oh, they're just that nice in real life. That's cool. I like that. I don't expect it. The toilet would never be the same. And sometimes it's just a matter of like, just feeling like you have to use, just sitting in the toilet, not doing anything, but not feeling like you can leave. Your body's just like, no, you just stay right here. If I was on Hot Ones, the only problem is like, the whole point of Hot Ones is they do interviews of famous people that people want to hear about. And or just by the 20 people that watch my stream be like, hey, oh shit, G-Laws on Hot Ones. And the rest of the world, the rest of the internet be like, who's this dude? Why are they interviewing him? What would they ask me about? When you started the Game Lore channel, who was your first viewer? It was EV23. And they're all like, oh, that's very interesting. We all know EV23 now. You would watch that? You like G-Law so much that you'd watch if you were on a show with, God, Hitler. That's rough, man. Hot Pepper Gaming. I've eaten the last dab on stream a few times. So maybe after I'm playing, I'll put some. I have that one taco left from dinner. I'll put some on the taco. And who cares if I'm up at 3 a.m. Groaning a little bit. It's Friday. It'll be Friday. Speaking of celebs not being the same off screen, you've been watching The Boys on Amazon Prime. Well, that's an example of a show where you kind of hope most of those people are not the same off screen. How are you liking it, Nick? They didn't. There's still only the 2 seasons, right? They didn't sneak season 3 in while I wasn't looking, did they? I really like The Boys. I watched it for the first time last year, and I really ended up enjoying it. What do we watch? We just finished watching the Wheel of Time season 1. We finished that last night. So we put it on hold because my wife needed to watch a bunch of Christmas Hallmark stuff for the whole entire month of December. So after the first few episodes were released that first weekend on Wheel of Time, we didn't watch any more until this past week. The fireball out of his bum. That'll be my superpower. It's like, what? Don't threaten that guy. Man, if he turns around, you watch out. Oh, God, he's turning around. He's lowering his pants. Everyone's like, well, what does that mean? I was like, you'll find out. So far, you're digging it. And, okay, so you've seen as much as I have. Yeah, no, I think it's an interesting take on like the whole superhero concept. And it definitely plays off the Marvel universe. That's sort of like, yeah, what would these people be doing if they were really, if like the Avengers were real? And of course it would end up being like this big corporate money cash grab with Avengers mugs and movies and toys and all this other stuff. Oh, nice. Okay. So you've been watching the exclusives. Oh, you mean the Amazon Prime exclusive shows. Okay, that's The Boys as well. I have never played Infamous 1 and 2 because I've only ever played on PC, and they've never released an Infamous game on PC. But the Infamous games are among the list of games that I wish I could play, but not enough to buy a console. Because I can't justify the cost of buying a console because I already got too many damn games on PC. Usually I just wait. Most of the games that I want to play on console end up on PC eventually anyways, but some of them never do. Infamous is one of those. Red Dead Redemption 1 is one of those. Mm-hmm. When they said they were bringing Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC, I was almost, in my own heart of hearts, almost sure that meant they were going to release, like, remaster and release the first one. But alas. That's right, Dark Jake. Dark Jake's figured it out. Peach, poof, fire, fire, fire. That's G-Law's secret move. Alien? The movie Alien? I love it. Is that what you're talking about? Well, there have been a lot of them, but you talk like Alien Isolation? Alien Isolation is basically how I launched my live streaming career. My very first streams. The original Eevee discovered me playing, or Alien Isolation Survivor Mode. And I think the very first thing I ever did on my channel was a Let's Play, of the entire playthrough of Alien Isolation, the main campaign. That's right, Dark Jake. Look! Okay? Spooky ghost mouse. Wow. That sure is a lot of fun. All those little cartoony shapes. So fun and wholesome. Right? That's right. Go fuck a ghost mouse. That's what it really means. I know. I know how to interpret these things. That will never die. Yep. That's 5 years old, almost 6 years old now. It's 2016. I want to say January 2016. Almost exactly 6 years ago. But I love the Alien franchise. In fact, one of the games that I've played recently in the last couple of weeks is Aliens Fireteam Elite, which is a multiplayer like Left 4 Dead style of game, but aliens. And where you and your friends are colonial marines. And I've enjoyed that game a lot. I haven't played it for about a week. It's been about a week, almost a week. Because my friends, they actually asked this past weekend, the ones I've been playing with, if I wanted to play, but I was not in the mood. I'm not always in the mood for that kind of game. Like multiplayer shooters and running and dying and all that. I like hiding in lockers. That's pretty good. You want me to do that in baseball? G-Law's most embarrassing quotes. I don't think anything I've ever done has embarrassed me. You know what? Probably the most embarrassing thing that happened on my channel was the night I hit 1,000 subs. I don't know how many of you are here for that, but no one had seen me on screen before. Because for the first 2 years, maybe more than 2 years, I didn't do webcam during my streams. I started my channel at the end of 2015, and I didn't start using webcam on my streams till 2018, the middle of 2018. But I made a special VOD, like a 2-minute thank you video that I'd prepared to say thank you when I hit 1,000 subs. And it was just waiting in the background to be played if and when I hit 1,000, because I around 850 subs. I was growing a lot. And so I was just like, that'll be like a cool thing. No one even knows what I look like. And I'll play this video of me thanking people for my 1,000 subs. But that's not embarrassing, Nick. Torn is not embarrassing. He wants to know what's the most embarrassing. And so I got a Game Dojo raid, and I think I got like over 100 subs in 5 minutes, and that pushed me over 1,000. And meanwhile, and I was so like, I remember I was so excited about it that I almost felt lightheaded. Like at one point I had to be like, just hold on a second. I had to black the screen and just mute the mic and just breathe for a second, because I'm like, oh my god, I was just getting almost hyperventilating because I was so excited. And so then I was like, okay guys, I have something for you. It's a special video that I made to thank you for when I hit 1,000 subs, and here it is. And so I muted my mic and I hit the video, and there's me full screen being like, you know, it's been great and blah 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 and all this stuff. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, oh, I got a little loogie, making all these noises and stuff. And then I look over and I realize when I started the video, I had in fact muted the stream video and kept my microphone live. So, however, 200 people, however many people were there to witness this, they were seeing a full screen of me talking with no audio and just dubbed over it, hearing whatever gross shit I was doing. Oh, I've got to go back and see if I can find that. So that is probably the one moment that stands out to me as the only moment that I can think of offhand, that I felt truly embarrassed when all the spotlights were on me, and that's what I did. Does anyone remember that happening? Because I'm sure there are people here tonight that were there for that stream, but may not have been there at that particular moment because it was a random spot like hours into the middle of the stream. Oh, good times. Memories, right? Yeah, I noticed that. I think I stopped getting dojo raids after that. Well, were you there when that happened, James? You don't remember the loogie? That's the main thing I remembered. It was the muted video and the loogie. But Nick, since you brought it up though. This one goes out to Nick C, who said he had to have this in his life. Thought a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around, and he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adored. Don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. Well, I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. The conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. There's nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusions never change into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. So I guess the fortune teller's right. I should have seen just what was there and not some holy lie. But you crawled beneath my veins and now I don't care, I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusions never changed into something real. There we go. I'm wide awake and I can't see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. There we go. I even contributed the rare triple G-Log contribution. Nick? There's nothing where you used to lie. My inspiration has run dry. That's what's going on. There's nothing right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusions never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can't see the perfect sky is torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. Cold and I'm ashamed, bound and broken on the floor. And you're a little late, I'm already torn. Thank you, Dark Jake. That was a good moment. And Dark Jake, you're one of the few people that I still see on a routine basis that I met in person. Something. All right, that's good. That's enough. Sometimes I still see Mike. I bump into Mike in chat some places. Let me see. Who's her favorite person? He's YouTube famous. You comment in a lot of people's videos because one person you almost always see in the comment section. I don't know. There's been a lot of people like that. Avery! Look at Avery. Avery summoned the pipe cock. You resolve to stop procrastinating, and you'll get to it eventually. Well, I wish you luck on that. You're only 6 days in. There's plenty of time. You save it till November, December. I mean, it wouldn't be a problem to overcome if you took care of it right away for that particular problem, right, Avery? And hey, Happy New Year. It's fine. Pointing out somebody that isn't present in lots of chats. It doesn't seem like smack talk. You resolve to uninstall games when you're not playing them? Oh, I've uninstalled a lot of games, but I still have an unreasonable number of games installed that I still am like, oh, maybe one day, maybe I'm just going to want to play it. All hail the pipe cock. That's right. Oh my gosh. Hallelujah. It brings a tear to my eye to see Alalie with her golden lizard, a member for 39 months. Alalie, you truly are the sister that caught a lizard. And thank you for that. Oh, whoa. I've never seen that or heard of that person before. Is that a joke? What's Owo? You have 4? Oh my god. You got it. No, not me. Here, I'll show you what I got. Some of you seen my desktop before. It's actually, for me, this is somewhat under control. Hold on a sec. Yeah, this is my desktop right now. Hold on. Ha! Surprise! Oh no! Oh no! Here, I need the I don't have that on this scene. Hold on. This is a browser source. This is an oversight. Browser source alert box. There was the Madros. All right. So now if I get a notification on this screen, here, let's get this sorted out here. Let's be reasonable. This is my desktop. This is not the worst desktop ever, is it? Here, do we have some music to play in the background on my desktop? Oh yeah. This music becoming of my desktop. What are you talking about? There should be a law against it. So, the games that I play, that I'm actively playing, are over here. And then, the further you go to the left, the less likely I am to be playing that game right now. But I haven't quite got to the point of installing, like Gloomhaven. Some part of me is like, I want to keep playing Gloomhaven. I just haven't been in the mood for it, but I kind of like haven't officially not been in the mood for it. All right, bye Mega EV7. Cyberpunk 2077, Red Dead Redemption 2, Final Fantasy 7, and The Witcher 3. Well, Avery, I have to say, those are games that those are some pretty big games. So those games, if you played them to completion, would be the only games you'd need to have on there for like the next year. All right, enjoy playing your Switch, Mr. Mega Eevee. Enjoy that. I should play Gloomhaven with Brad. But let's see. So I got my Project Zomboid, which I've been playing sort of the most-ish this week. Final Fantasy 7 here. Dead Cells. Although, if we're going to be real, Days Gone, I've been playing more than Dead Cells. And I still sort of want to play Loop Hero. I was watching Nintagus play Loop Hero a few times over the past week. Sometimes just lurking. And it kind of he's making me want to play it more. You saw someone's desktop that was so bad you bought them Stardock fences? I don't even know what that is. This is not, this is, I like this. I like being able to look and see a bunch of stuff that I'm like, so I could be like, oh, I want to play that. And as soon as I see a thing that I want to play, I just click it and it's gone. It's on. It's going. I'm playing it. I used to have, I'd have a special folder of installed games that I maybe wasn't playing but didn't want to install. I did away with that. That's a huge improvement for me. If it's not something that I still feel like I might at any moment want to play randomly, a few of these could probably go, though, truth be told. Really, there's a few that could go. Like, first off, why do I have the original Kingdoms of Amalur? Is this still installed? I need to uninstall that. That's with the Origin installer, because I bought the Re-Reckoning. Anyway. Yeah, there are a lot of great games here. At any moment, I might decide, you know what? I think I put down Wildermyth too soon. I need to go back and play that again. You know what? I think I need to really give Wasteland 3 an honest shot. That's what I installed this before I decided to buy Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Because I'd really sold myself on the idea of maybe playing Wasteland 3. But I really wanted to be playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. But I didn't want to play Wasteland 3. And these are all Star Sector I've never really gotten into, but I keep wanting to. So many good games. But admittedly, there's a few on here right now. I'm looking at them going, yeah, I can get rid of that right now. I do have an Amazon Prime account and link it to Twitch. I have it linked to Twitch. And I think I'm using it. You get like one free, whatever their sponsorship. I guess it's called subscriptions there. I have it for Jetfire Forever. He started his channel. And at a certain point, like 2 years ago, I wanted to support him. And I was like, here, you can have my Amazon Prime thing. And I think it's just still on there. So hopefully, good old Jetfire Forever. Good deal, bro. Oh, I do check in sometimes to see what kind of free games they've got. And I've gotten a few, but I usually forget because usually when I go back to visit, they mostly sell content for games that I don't care about. Like, oh, you get your new Fortnite thing or something. It's a Fortnite skin. Like, I really don't care. I don't. Oh, so you mean for all these 2 years, I thought I was consistently supporting Jetfire Forever, and it turns out I only did it for 1 month. Here I was thinking I was doing some big nice thing for him. Turns out I wasn't helping anybody for the last 2 years after that first month. That's good to know. Yeah, I paid. Wait, Origin gives away free games? That was not on my radar. Epic, yeah. Epic I check all the time. Because they've always got a free game. And they alternate it, like, I think weekly? During the winter sale, there was a new free game every day. I was all over that shit. In fact, that's why I have Loop Hero. Yeah. So, you know what? I think maybe it's time to play some Project Zomboid, though. I can't make you look at Origin? Is it the EA is evil thing? Because it's not wrong, but, whatevs.
45 seconds of gameplay.
Epic Weekly is every Thursday. Okay. All right, guys. So this is Project Zomboid. And I think in all your all's honor, I'm going to start a new game because I was playing. All the games that I played don't last long. I die. And then it's like, well. And then I pout and I play Days Gone or Final Fantasy VII, which maybe that's what's going to happen tonight. Here we go. But I think I just started a new playthrough last night, and I'm about a half hour in, and I don't know that I've accomplished very much. But sometimes just getting that first place to shelter in, to find a place to where you can sleep, is an accomplishment. I don't even get that far. I got the Tomb Raiders. I haven't checked today. Well, I know I will. All right, so we're gonna do solo. And I actually did a modified sandbox. You can customize a lot. I think I'm gonna do Riverside. I don't think I've ever done Riverside. There's a few maps I've never done. So, which Star Wars was it? That's Jedi Fallen Order. I thought was a great game. I loved that game. So yeah, when you're customizing, there's so much stuff. Like there's here the zombie count. You can have urban focused or uniform, so they can clump in like city areas. You can say what season, down to the date that you start, because seasons are a thing in this game. You can also 0 to 30 days. Okay, no, I had my own G-Law Survivor. There we go. Wait, G-Law Survivor? Did I not? Oh, okay, I'm gonna need to change this because, okay, water shut off and electricity shut off. I want it to be the potential for a little more time. So this means anytime from during the first day to anytime in the first 2 months, utilities may shut off, but at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, you still have electricity and water. And when especially when water gets shut off, you better have something worked out, or else you're not going to live very long. Oh, the song by The Who. This game takes place in... Where's West Point? Is it Kentucky? It's someplace around there, and it's a large area. And now I can't remember if it's. I think it's Kentucky. Let me look over this because I need to resave this because I did some tweaks, but then I think I changed the preset and I forgot that it undid the tweaks that I wanted. Nature, I'm gonna leave alone. Sadistic AI. Director, meta, I'm gonna leave alone. Loot rarity. Okay, literature common, and everything else rare. It's because I put in a mod where there's real books in the game, so they recommended bumping up the rarity to common so you can see more of the books that they put in there. Yeah, the military place. Well, I know they've got. I thought they had a West Point. Maybe it's a bonus map, but I thought West Point was someplace you could travel to in this. And it was Happy New Year, Saya. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining in on the raid. Maybe it's Fort Knox. I'm confused because I think there is an actual West Point map, but I think it's a community map. I don't know that it's part of it. Because what they've done is they have the 4 different starting maps, but they're actually just starting locations in a much larger map. And let me quickly before I forget. I'm gonna leave everything the same. You can also change the zombies. So like in this, it's fast shamblers. They're weak. They're kind of like Romero slowish zombies, but you can make them like super sprinter zombies, and you can change the way that the zombies are. And then there's all these things like I've screwed around with the zombie respawn so that if I clear an area out, it's gonna stay clear longer, but there will eventually be respawn. And you can turn respawn off completely, and zombies, whatever the population is, will still migrate. It's just they won't reappear over time as you kill them. But you can you randomize zombie lore? I don't see that that's an option. I think you have to do it manually. But yeah. But I'm going to save this as my new G-Law Survivor preset. Then I'll go back. So Kentucky, here we go. Yeah, Muldra, I'm probably saying that wrong. Riverside, Rosewood, and West Point, Kentucky. Maybe it's not the real, it's in Knox County Administrative Hub. Whether you're strolling through the town square, chowing on some of our pies, or just chatting with friendly locals, West Point is the true small town USA. Maybe it doesn't mean the military academy. I don't know. Anyways, I'm doing Riverside. A colorful town tightly hugging the banks of the mighty Ohio. Exploring Riverside is a rich and diverse experience. To the west, you'll find the other older parts of town, while out east is where the wealthier residents work, rest, and play. In fact, if you're considering a stay with us, why not check out the nearby Knox Heights Country Club? The ultimate in comfort and relaxation. Members have access to an 18-hole golf course, tennis courts, swimming pool, and a spa. Come join today. All right, see, that's good. But ultimately, these are all parts of a mega map that is interconnected. So it's just big, and these areas are connected by highways, and you can't get vehicles to make it easier to drive between them. The military base. So there is a town of West Point that's not a military base. I guess is that the case? Because I guess when I saw West Point, the only West Point I'd ever heard of was the academy, so I just assumed that was that. But without knowledge, because I don't know much about what's in Kentucky, truth be told. Okay, so then I got my G-Law Survivor preset, and then there's all these different professions that you could have been before that will give you different bonuses and attributes. Lumberjack, nurse, veteran, doctor. But I've created, and then you can balance perks and benefits through like a point buy system that starts at 0. And what I've done is I've done a preset that I call Securitas, which is the company that I worked for when I was a security guard before I went to law school. And I basically have created a version of me at that point in my life. So I took some bad stuff. So there's overweight, smoker, and a slow reader. And these are all accurate things to me. I've read a ton, and I still read quite a bit. But I've always been a slow reader. Despite often being an enthusiastic reader, I've never been a fast reader. Night owl requires little sleep. I used to work the grave shift when I was a security guard. Lucky. I just thought that sounded good. And fast learner. So if you're gonna read slow, be a fast learner. I feel like that's me. I'm a fast learner, slow reader, overweight. I'm not a smoker anymore, but this is when I was a security guard. That's when I was a smoker. And then security guard just comes with its own stuff, which is not necessarily true to me. It's like fitness. Not really when I was a security guard. I walked a lot more than I have, but light-footed so you can sneak better. Well, I'll give you here. As a security guard, you don't do actually a lot of sneaking, but whatever. When you choose security guard, that's what you get. Sprinting? No. Just think Paul Blart. But I choose security guard anyways. Yeah, thank you, Avery. It's one of the hardest things I ever did was quit smoking. I tried several times. I started smoking when I was around 21? 20? I think it was 20. And I quit when I was 40. Well, at first you could say I quit. I switched to vape, to e-cigarettes when I was 40. And then I did those for about 4 years. And I quit e-cigarettes after I started streaming. So there was a point when in 2016 and I can't remember exactly when I stopped. I think it was towards the end of 2016. But there was in my first year or so of streaming, like I would be vaping while I was streaming. Being seen is like 90% of your job. Observe and report. That's the motto of at least the security that I'm involved with. It's not chase and apprehend, tackle and detain. It's observe, get your walkie out, report, write it down, write a report later. Literally, observe and report. And if it's something dangerous, you call the police, you report it to the police, and then they tackle them. I mean, we were expected under emergency circumstances to physically intervene in scenarios, but for the most part, the 99% of the message was, if there's danger, don't run into it. Just report it to the people who you can call to get involved. No, it's totally true. It is a lot easier to quit smoking if you never started. And I didn't, when I started smoking, I just was like, oh, this is a little fun. I used to go like drinking and stuff. And I tried cigarettes, and it was just like a fun thing that I did when I first ever drank. And I'd have cigarettes, and then I had some cigarettes at home. And I still remember at the point at which because I was like, well, I'm not a smoker. I just smoke sometimes. And there was a point at which I had to admit, like, I was actually a smoker. And at the point that I admitted to that to myself, I had probably already been an habitual daily half a pack a day smoker for about 6 months. And what made me realize that I was a smoker was I was leaving home to go live. I was moving to UCLA to live on campus housing. And you had to check whether you were a smoker or a non-smoker when you were signing up for housing. And I was almost going for non-smoking. And then, because I thought, well, if I hit non-smoking, I'm not going to like smoke. Then I realized, like, oh shit, that like, I don't know if I feel like maybe I feel like I have to smoke though. Like the idea of going to college and dealing with all the stress and the studies and everything else and not smoking, I realized, like, I don't know if I'm up for that. And then I realized, like, it wasn't just some casual thing. I came to the realization that the idea of not smoking was, like, as a stress mechanism, was something I felt like I was going to have a hard time giving up. And it was a sobering reality, because before then I was just like, that's just something I do sometimes. And then I had to confront the fact that, like, oh no, it's kind of got its hooks in me a little bit. Being seen is a crime deterrent as a security guard. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, all part of, like, because I've known, on the flip side, I've known some people that have more of a criminal mentality in ways that I stopped sort of being friends with them because I learned about that. But it was like for really what I'm talking about is I had this one friend, and this little group of friends, we always would try to find scary places to go. Like where we grew up, there were certain, like, oh, this forest road is supposed to be haunted, or oh, this area is supposed to be haunted if you go at night. Like we were into finding, and this guy's like, I know the best place. And he took us someplace, and it was like, he's like, okay, to get to this, and I think he was saying it was like a drain pipe, but like a tunnel network. And we're like, oh, cool. And he's like, but in order to get through it, you have to, like, climb these fences and get through this industrial park. And so we'd gone over a couple fences, and then he got really quiet, and he saw like a security shack, and he's like, okay, we don't need to be seen. We don't want to be seen. And he was like, okay, like, if the security guard comes out and confronts us, you guys run and I'll stand back and do whatever I need to do. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And so yeah, it turns out later we found out that, like, there were no tunnels, and he just wanted to scout out this, like, storage yard to see if there was anything worth stealing. So that kind of stopped being that guy's friend a little bit after that. But there was that mentality. It's like his whole thing about doing this was, don't be seen, because you don't want a confrontation. So and I think that's typical of a lot of people that are criminal, is they want to seek opportunities to get in, get out, and do their thing, and they want to look for opportunities that don't avoid being caught or confronted. But that was the one time that it's like 25, 30 years ago now, but I didn't realize I was being, like, involved in someone else's surprise criminal intent activity But pretty much as soon as I found out there were no tunnels and that we were just he just wanted to trespass, I was like, "No, I'm going now. I'm not doing this." You chat with security guard while she's working, or she's working at closed animal conservation place, mostly sitting and making sure no one comes. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that's valuable, and you want to make sure no one messes with it, and that's what a lot of security is. Like where I was a security was a large corporate campus, and it's not really the sort of place where a lot of people like, hey, let's go break into that place and steal the stuff from the manufacturing floor or whatever. Although probably there are people that if they knew they could, they would. But yeah, most of the stuff that came up was like employees stealing crap off of each other's desks or something like that. Broken light to direct traffic. Yeah, a lot of it's safety issues. If there's spills, you have to coordinate, like getting that cleaned up, making sure that there's something indicating that there's a spill, that it's reported to the right people. If there's anything like smoke, or if we called the fire department a couple times, and it was usually like this place had over the span of it, probably like 20 break rooms with microwaves and vending machines, and almost every time a smoke alarm went off, it was somebody putting in popcorn and like walking away, and then it sets off they don't know how hot it's gonna get, and it ends up smoking and setting off smoke detectors. So like there wasn't legitimately a lot of like really bad things that happened, but there were a lot of safety blips on the radar that would come up. I mean, there were actual things that happened from time to time, but mostly it wasn't anything to do with chasing someone down or protecting the building from invaders, like, oh, you're not getting in here or anything. There's very little of that. Although I've known people who've done actually like mall security and stuff, and it sounds like that gets a bit more confrontational. Like when you're working retail where like all the random public shows up, working a corporate environment like that, really just about everyone that's there routinely is there for business reasons and not just randos hanging out. So, voice documentation. Stealing unactivated phone cards. All right. Can't make you call the cops for any reason unless someone's actively being murdered. And we've called cops for the security guard, we call cops for other reasons, but it wasn't often. I've called the cops a handful of times. But it's usually if I feel like when I was working like a retail type job, I thought I saw somebody flashing a gun at somebody else outside in the parking lot. And so I called the police. Or I was just like, if it was enough to make me alarmed, where I thought I saw something like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to call the police. Or if I worked places where people did report, break-ins or vandalism or anything like that, we'd usually report it. But it's more of a routine type thing. You would rob Applebee's on a scooter. Okay, I won't endorse that, Brad. But all right. So, anyways, back to the game. I finally started playing the game after over an hour, and now I'm sitting here on the setup screen for another 20 minutes. And so I got this balanced out. This is the Securitas build. And then I actually saved the cosmetics. I made a Lawrence Hawk. And there he is. He's got his long sleeve shirt and his jeans, his glasses, and his beard. And yeah, that's Lawrence Hawk. You have security guards at the call center you were based out of. Their job was sitting and talking to each other, on rare occasions calling the supervisor. Yeah, well, a lot of what security does is access control, and that's when I was working at the corporate place. That was most of probably the security budget. Was we had badges and and like the detectors, they look like electric or whatever, like they look like metal detectors, but they were really just to scan the badges. So if someone didn't have a badge and they tried to walk through it, it would go off. And yeah, most of what our people did was sign people in. If there were guests, make sure they were signed in. They had their guest passes. If people forgot their badges, they get temporary badges, that sort of thing. I never worked except during training, so because I had to know how all that stuff worked. Because I ended up working in a control center, and then I was like a supervisor. But I did do those a little bit, so I got a little taste of how that work in like front lobbies and doing all that stuff. But it was really just so that I knew how those jobs worked, so that when I was in the control center, I knew. You had to know how everything functioned out on the campus. So this is a law hawk. Your doors didn't operate unless you scanned. Yeah, one thing too was like there were certain rooms that were more secure than others, and they would be able to detect if like people were coming back from lunch and they come back 2 or 3 at a time, and one of them would scan it and then common courtesy open the door and hold it as the other people went in. And in some rooms it was just super strict that every person had to scan individually, and if one person held open the door for their coworker that maybe works there every day and scanned in that morning, if at any point any of those people come back and they don't scan because someone hold the door open for them out of politeness, that was a security breach. If we saw it, we were supposed to write them up and like, which is like, it seems harsh, but it was also like, yeah, there were certain rooms that were so like, an example was like data centers, the places that had contained all of like the company's data on servers. And so the people that maintained those rooms, it was like, no, you don't get to be courteous and hold the door open for people when you work in those rooms. But we'd actually had like motion sensors and crap like that on those doors. So if that happened, it was like, all right, looks like it's time to write some reports. There's casual security, after lunch security breaches. Cheesecake Factory. There you go, Brad. All right, now I'm going to play. These are the end times. There was no hope of survival. This is how you died. All right. So this is Lawrence. Lawrence Hawk. I don't know if this is his house, but I'm gonna immediately start squatting. Have a look around. This looks like a small house. Ideally, you want to find a house maybe a little bigger. So let's see here. Medicine cabinet. Beta blockers. They reduce panic. That's good to have. Panic is a thing that happens quite a bit. And I don't need to monitor. You have this is how protective your clothing are. This is your temperature, your health, and you get injured by body part. These are all the skills that you can develop. And this is just your general health info. And I'm going to leave it like that. Let me see, so that it disappears unless I'm looking at it. If I get injured, usually then I'll pin it so that I can see it at all times. Because at that point, let's see. At that point, you need to see if you apply bandages, you want to know if your bandage is like soaked through and it's bloody and needs to be changed. Because that can happen pretty quick depending on how bad your injury is. Nothing in there. Okay, so here's a place if I need to that I can sleep. The fact that there are only 2 windows is not bad, but there's hardly any shit in here. All right, hold on. Let's turn on the TV. Let's see. We'll turn it on. Turn the volume down. And if you change it certain times of the day, this life and living channel, at least I think it's in the early game, certain times of the day, shows will come on that will help build some of your, like, you get cooking or carpentry or different skills based on like sort of like an HGTV type show or cooking shows. That's not what beta blocker. Oh, I actually don't. I haven't used beta blockers. But yeah, in this game, what it does is reduce panic. All right, let's see what kind of food we got. Here, we'll close this. Closing the old curtains. A mug is a good thing to have. Masterson Horizon key? Is that the car key? Okay, that could be huge because often you find cars, but no key. I'm going to put that on my key ring. It's the first time I've found a car key. Frying pan can be crappy weapon. What's better, the frying pan? I guess lacking anything better, the frying pan can be a weapon until I can find something a little bit better. I'll make this my weapon number 1. Hello? So now I've got the frying pan mounted on my back. Go, when it's time to fight. Treating high blood pressure. Oh, okay. Maybe I do know what beta blood. Oh, canned. I got canned foods, but no canned opener. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the highest calorie canned food and just have it on me because I'm bound to have some. Let's see. We got oh, there's a lot of good food in here though. All right. Hunger -10. Orange. I'm going to grab this orange soda. Wait, the grapefruit? That's good too. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the grapefruit and the orange soda. So when I get hungry or thirsty. And since water is available right now, I can just drink water right out of the tap. And I can actually fill that mug. If you have a container with water, you'll automatically drink it when you get thirsty. Did you see a zombie out there, Brad? I think I've actually already explored the entire house, haven't I? We'll close this. And in fact, you know what? Let's, I'm going to remove the curtains. Because it's a little more important that this common room is covered. So for now, this may not be my... I'm not going to develop this into like a permanent base, but this is a nice place to be able to retreat to. So I can add the curtains back as a sheet on here and then close that. And so now I can actually turn the lights on in here. There, you know how I like bright and cheery, right? Oh, the books. I didn't check the bookcase. They got the Dragonlance collection. A cookbooks collection. Let me see. Any educational books? Metalwork for beginners? I don't anticipate hunting for beginners. I guess metalwork is more likely to be... I'll get the hunting as well. Having books like that is a good idea when you have hunkered down for the night. That you can... All right, let's zoom out. Okay, there's some zombies over here. Staying crouched and close to objects. Okay, there's some right there. Right in the face. Whoa! Get fucked! Did I get hurt? No. See, that's a sort of sloppy tactical move that can get yourself bit. Because I kind of like misaligned my hit, so it kept coming at me. And hello, Miju. Yeah, you gotta... It can't be tired. It's probably hell on the back, too. Let me see what they got. Classic wristwatch. Okay, good. So I can wear that, and now I've got a little digital thing over here. If you can find a digital watch, it will also show you, like, the date and the temperature. And let's see. Can we strip any of this stuff? Tank top. Rip clothing. So now that I've got some strips of cloth, I can use them as bandages if I get hurt. Yeah, Miju, this is Project Zomboid. It's one of the most realistically detailed zombie apocalypse simulator ever. Classic wristwatch. I think I've got the Rip Sheets 5. That's plenty. That's plenty. All right, but now, gosh, there's a lot of them out there. And now I want to just see if I can sneak to other houses. Well, you know what? I want to check out this car because I did find the key inside this house, and I want to see if that's a key to this car. Well, you're not supposed to go... Oh, wait, this is... Okay, so this is... But the thing is if you're not planning to relocate right away, and there are some right near you, and there's only a couple right near you, it can be a good idea to just kill the ones that are right there. All right, I think we've brought more on, because what I want to avoid, and there's probably a better art to this. I'm not great at this game, but what I have had happen a few times is I just keep walking away from them and trying to avoid them, but before I know it, I've accumulated an entire horde, and then I'm tired out and I can't get away anymore, and then I die. And it's all because I saw one or two and I was trying to avoid fighting them. But if it's more than one or two, then it's worth running. All right, we'll check this house out. And also, I know I want to check this house out and I'm seeing just isolated ones, it's worth it taking them out because you don't want them, they might see or hear you tooling around in there. And you don't want them busting in there, breaking windows to get in and making a ton of noise. Oh, meat cleaver. Okay, that's going to be, I think meat cleaver is going to be our new weapon. Ha! All right, I'm going to do once around this house, and then I'll check windows as I'm going around. Oop. All right, so that was just open. Windows aren't always open, but now I know that's a way that I can get in. I don't like leaving it open and unattended because if something does break in there, I want to hear it. I don't want to leave something open. There could be zombies in here already, but... All right, so this is actually looking pretty good. Let me see if I can get it on this side. Randomly, too, houses might have alarms, so if I get in, I may have to run really quick. Okay, couldn't get in there. Say my light-footed skill just went up from all my sneaking. Like, I am hearing little noises, like there might... Oops. Here, no, okay. I'm hearing noises, like guttural noises in here, so I think there's a zombie inside. Oh, fuck! Stop it! A house key. Oh, a red digital watch. Yes, let's wear that. So now my thing, now I've got 71 degrees and it's It's July 9th. And there's one more little closet here. Just make sure there are no surprises in here. And, oh, okay, that's good. Now there's no curtains anywhere. Is there a curtain? Okay, there's one curtain and it's in here. But I don't think this is going to be a house for staying, but this is going to be a house for looting. Hairspray. Soap is good actually to have. Because if you need to wash yourself off and you don't have soap, it takes forever. Adhesive bandages is good. This is like a bona fide zombie apocalypse simulator. And a refrigerator. Nothing in the fridge. Huh, okay. I think we're just going to loot this and move on. Because that first little house that I found... Actually... Oh no, close that. Close that shit. Close those curtains. The first little house is not a bad house. It just didn't have very much in it. But it could be a good, like, first night type of house. I think you can actually use hairspray and stuff to change your hair. This game is still in early access, but they've been developing forever. Cooking for Beginners, yes, that's a good book to have. The intermediate stuff is not really worth grabbing until you've actually skilled up. Because weight, I'm already carrying 7.95 out of 12. I think is that kg? It's not pounds. Jules Verne collection, Kentucky Monthly. Now we got some Dragonlance back at the main house. All right, I checked everything, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna... You can use pencil and notebooks. Being bored is one of the problems that you can have. So you can use, like, if you have a pen and notebook, you can journal, and that can keep you from getting bored. Is there really no food in here, though? All right. The other thing I'm going to do is make sure the doors are unlocked. Yep. So if I ever do need to make a quick getaway in this area, one thing you can do is duck into a house and slam the door behind you and then run and go out the other side, and then the zombies will end up getting obsessed with coming through this door to find you, and might miss the fact that you've left through the door on the other side, and making sure those are unlocked makes that a lot easier. I don't know if it has bone meal, Brad. It might. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I haven't been to this house yet. It's got pink flamingos on the lawn. This was a quality residence. Oh, there's a lot of zombies though. Nah, I don't think I want to screw with all them. Soap is for having, not for dropping. Yeah, this is definitely different. Not your typical zombie survival game. This is a very unique... It's doing a very unique thing. And it's mostly like a very detailed RPG, zombie survival RPG simulation. All right. Oh, God. All right. I didn't see them because they were behind trees. Oh, no. Head stomp. Anyone? Oh. A lot of times when they fall, they're not dead yet. Let me see. Black digital watch. So all these things you're like, oh, diamond necklaces and stuff. It's like, it's the apocalypse. No, it's useless. All the stuff that we used to think was so valuable. You can push them. And when they're down, you can stand on them and stomp on their heads till they're dead. All right. So far, this is looking a little bit promising. Going to do once around the house. Make sure there's not a horde sitting right on the other side. All right. Let's get in there. No alarm, no alarm, no alarm. Wait, can I not close the window? There we go. You can't believe I'm okay? This is a much more basic house. The Hunter Magazine. Skill book, okay. Little bathroom. Any other cool books in here? There's the Dragonlance, very popular, I guess. New York Times, Vanity Fair. I have a mod that usually the books don't have specific titles and stuff, but you do have books and they're basically either they're skill books or they're just to keep you from getting bored. Yeah, this game is rough in a lot of ways. Like the graphics and animations and stuff. I mean, it's a lot improved. This game went into early access in 2013. So it's a lot, it's come a long way, but it's still, you know, I don't think it's ever going to be a super polished, amazing looking experience. All right. Still more canned foods, but no can opener. Wait, hold on. Another meat cleaver, rolling pin, wine glass. Why does nobody have can openers? Oh, I am hungry, so I'm going to eat cheese. Just eat a block of cheese. I'm like Charlie Kelly. Let me see. What else? I was trying to drink that orange soda. Let's see. I'm anxious and I'm on edge, but I'm not panicking, so that's good. Did I have any other food in here? Oh, I've got the empty orange soda bottle. Okay, the bottles are better than mugs. In fact, now that I've got that bottle, maybe I don't even carry the mug anymore. It just becomes access. This is one of those games where I'm kind of skeptical about whether it's ever going to be in what's considered full release, but I'm also kind of not sure if it's necessary because it's a fully playable experience right now, and it has been for many years a full-featured playable experience. It's just they've got a lot more on their roadmap of what they want to be in the game. Here, sneakers, pillow. I think I've looked at everything in this house, right? It's pretty basic. Check that back shed. Time is it? 5 o'clock. Wait, was there where was the grapefruit? That's still in my bag? Yeah, here it is. Here, I'll eat half the grapefruit. Maybe that'll help soothe me. Yeah, now look, I'm satisfied. The gnawing hunger is entirely absent. Of course, my guy is overweight. So maybe I should let him not be quite so satiated sometimes. I had a grapefruit over the weekend. I ate the whole thing. But I agree that I'm not entirely sure if I would classify it as food. Oh, there's a generator in there. Not that I know how to use it yet, but that's good to know that there is one in here. Oh, Okay, I'm not going to open that without breaking it. And breaking it's not worth it. Well, so far, I don't want to jinx it, but we've been pretty lucky over here, not being too many zombies down this little side road. Oh, okay. So much for lucky. Oh, time to get the hell away. Every zombie within a half mile is going to congregate on that house now, so the name of the game is just, it's time to look for another part of the map, for now. Maybe we can circle around to some of the other areas where there were too many zombies, because pretty much every zombie we've seen so far probably hears that alarm that just went off, and they're going to be going towards that house. I heard something. Yep, those guys. They probably came out of the graveyard. They're all going to check out that house. Well, I intentionally chose somebody with an abnormally large head because I wanted to make it realistic. I wanted to be true to my life experience. What it would really be like for me and my giant head if we were in the zombie apocalypse. Okay, this one saw me. Okay, whoops. Okay. There's no tactical reason for me to fight all those zombies. Gee, you guys, what happened to checking out the house with the alarm, huh? All right, my adventure may be ending soon. Stupid house alarm. Oh yeah, I got a tidy little crowd on my ass right now. All right, let's wrangle them all up. All right, it's a little more wrangling than I was hoping for, but do I have a plan? Here, I'll come down here and I'll try to maybe loop them around some... lose them in the trees and the buildings. I don't want to sprint too much because they can't really catch up to me. It's more the challenge of finding a way... Like, I don't think they can climb the tall fence. So get over the tall fence. Break line of sight. Actually, I don't see any in here. So maybe I should just hang out, look around in here a little bit. Maybe they got some good shit in here. Paper. It's great. Sustenance. A pen? Having a pen is handy. Okay. Unless I'm a termite, there's nothing for me in here. Because I don't eat paper. Or wood. All right, now we're just going to circle back to, basically we're going back to where we began and hoping there's just less zombies there. Because it's almost 8 o'clock. It'd be nice if I could hunker down. In that first house, maybe the house that I spawned in. Shit. The all-you-could-eat buffet sidetracked them. Well, the secret is you do what I did in real life, which maybe it will or won't happen in game, is you go to a glasses store and you find the largest frames in the entire store. And then if everyone tells you they fit your head perfectly, those are the ones you take. That's how you live with a giant head. He done got nothing. I'm surprised that I haven't been hurt yet. All right, let's do it once around here. Make sure there are no zombies. Oh, I didn't even check out this car yet. Let's see. Vehicle mechanics. Let's see what kind of condition this car's in. Oh, it is out of gas. Overall condition, 57%. I'm not sure how repairing cars works, if that's a thing you can do. Okay, but it looks like this car will run if I get some gas in it. And then I'm not sure about repairing, if that's a thing, but maybe down the road I can fix it up. But it's the only car I've ever had in this game that I had a key to. So, and if you don't have a key, you can learn how to hotwire, but you need to have some like electrician skills, which I don't have yet. You can learn how to pick locks and crap like that too. All right, let's oh wait, why do I still have the frying pan? No. How's that? So the frying pan I'm gonna just put away. Here, frying pan, you can go in there. I don't need you anymore. Meat cleavers. Meat cleaver is my jam now. That goes in slot 1. Doesn't it? Is it too small to put on my back? Well, in any event, I don't feel like carrying it around. Welcome back, Evie. You were eating pork chops and watching The Good Place with your husband. Cool. I need to watch that show eventually. By all rights, I should really like that show. It's just never caught on with me. I've watched it a few times and I thought it was good. It didn't capture me. And I know everyone who ends up watching it, getting further than I did, thinks it's like one of their favorite shows. All right, I think I could stop bending over. You know what we can do? We clean up. That's a good thing. Get all this blood and shit off of me. Oops. Do I hear zombies outside? Or is it just part of the soundtrack? No, I think we're good. I leave the TV on low volume so that when at certain times shows come on that give you skill points, it will just be on. And because I have it at I have it on volume set to 1, it's not going to be a problem. If I turned it up, it'd be a big problem. Oh, Life and Living. Why don't I go it? I did not change the channel to Life and Living. Oh, I'm going to learn survivor skills. Okay, screw my bath. I'm going to stay out here. Let's see, going to sit down and learn about outdoor life. Just sit here with blood, my bloody hatchet. Yeah, at least initially, it's not gonna go on forever, but a lot of the things that happened automatically, like gas, or not, well, they don't simulate gas, but electricity, water, and some, I guess, pre-programmed at the station shows are still just rolling at their automated times, and the rest of the time it's static. Eventually, all this stuff's going to shut off. Although, supposedly certain special radios, and maybe TVs, but I know certain special radios are able to tune into like an emergency signal or emergency channel where you can still get updates about certain things happening in the world, like weather reports and things like that. But what's happening here is just, and I think there may actually still be news reports, like on the news channel, we can still pick up, like I think when you first start, it's talking about like the president is blah, 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 and that this is happening and blah, blah, blah. So this is like literally right at the point of collapse. Like this is day one of what would be considered the point where you'd call it the apocalypse. Okay, so nothing's going on there. Stand up. He's hungry again. Does he not? Okay. It's time to eat the rest of that that grapefruit. I really need to find me a can opener for that spaghetti. Yeah, later the zombies start producing their own shows. All right, stop sneaking. Rolling pin, frying pan. Let's see. Minced meat. What could I cook that in? I guess could I cook it in the frying pan? Let's see. We're crafting, cooking. Let me grab the frying pan. I'm just curious if I can. Oh, can I open? Or is there already an open tuna can? I can use the chicken to prepare a stir fry that only has chicken in it. But still. Yeah, let's make a chicken stir fry. And then we'll get that oven open. Put in the chicken stir fry. And I turn it on. Turn it on. Settings. Yeah, 400 sounds good. Fahrenheit. I'm not even going to set a timer. I'm so worried. You can burn your house down. And last time I cooked something, it burned. So I'm just going to wait until it says cooked, and then I'm going to snatch it and turn the oven off. I'm not going to go try and take a bath or something, only to come in here and find a kitchen fire. Because you burn your food, it can make you very sad when you eat it. It can actually end up making you feel ill. And apparently, if you burn it badly enough and try to eat it, it can poison you or even kill you. All you have to do is to stir the chicken while it's frying. Well, I guess we're going to pretend that's what's happening. I just know the one time since I've been playing this round that I put something on the oven and then decided I'm going to go in the other room and like wash my face or something. And I came back and it said fresh, cooked, burnt. But I think it was only moderately burnt. Well, I think there are varying degrees of burnt, Brad. I think at a certain amount of burn, it becomes a problem if you still eat it. Fresh cooked. Get that shit out of there. All right, and then turn this shit off. Well done, G-Law. All right. Now, you did have half a grapefruit already, but now it's time for the good shit. Where is it? Oh, it's burning? No. Why? Okay, does it mean it's not burning? Should I let it cool off for a sec? You know, I'm going to let it cool off. I'm going to wait till it stops. Oh, there it is. Okay. Maybe it wasn't burning. It was just like if I tried to eat it, it would hurt my mouth. What was the cooking show on? And look at that. Full to bursting. Maybe I shouldn't have ate the whole thing. Did I just eat like an entire chicken? Okay. Here, now I'm gonna sit here with my bloody hatchet and learn how to make caramel flan latte. Brand. Oh, it's a commercial for lattes. Random game. Seahorse coffee. One caramel flan latte coming right up. This is some really entertaining. Remember, but I'm getting skill points. Look, my guy still is, he's agitated, nervous, and jumpy. All right, now it's time to, where's the light? Is there a light switch in here? Oh, wait, there's no curtain on that window. I should have grabbed a curtain from another place. Let's wash all my clothing. Do I need to wash all of it? Okay, I'm just going to do it. And when I get sleepy... Oh, I'm starting to get sleepy. The thing is because my guy has the trait of night owl, he'll wake up after 4 hours. So, I can stay up late. Let me wash myself. I should have washed myself before I ate. As I've heard, if you get a bunch of zombie blood on your hands and eat, you can get sick. I just wasn't thinking. How tired am I? Drowsy. That's just a little bit drowsy. Could use a lie down. Let's see. What can I clean? Oh, I can clean the rags. So I can use those. There, I think I cleaned everything that could be cleaned. I'm all good as new. My hatchet doesn't got a bunch of zombie shit on it. And I think I'm ready to go to bed. Oh, I'm sleeping a lot longer than I thought I would. What happened to 4 hours? He does have night owl, doesn't he? Night owl. Okay. I don't know. When I was playing before, he'd always get up after 4 hours. Bring back Pan? Do you miss Pan? He had two things needed. He opted to do neither and instead bake it in the oven. All right. I guess nothing's popping on the TV. And it's foggy out. Maybe it could be a good thing. Should I get the pan, Brad? Well, let's see. What do I don't need here. Since this is sort of like a safe house for now, I'm going to like put the books here that I'm not going to immediately read. I want to keep the water. I like having the soap on me. The soap is not heavy. The ripped sheets, the stack weight is 0.4 pounds. I think that's okay. Oh, I do have the frying pan on me. If I put it on my back, will it... I think it actually is more effective for me to carry it back there. There. We still got the meat. I think the meat cleaver does roughly the same amount of damage. Meat cleaver. Let's put the house key in our key ring. I think the meat cleaver does a little more damage, actually. But they're both lowish. The meat cleaver also looked like it was burning through durability as well. Maybe, yeah, maybe the stress and lack of sleep caught up with him because he had a full, you know, amount of sleep. All right, let's do some more skulking around. I think this is a house up here I haven't looked at yet. I was kind of hoping after I set that alarm off, maybe there'd be less zombies here, but there's still some, but they do seem less than before. So we need to take some out. Me and Fry and Pan are back, Brad. Yeah, I use a baseball cap. Visor backwards so I can be cool. More than being cosmetic, this actually... My protection now is... Wait. Oh, it doesn't matter at all? I thought it protected my head a little bit. Does it just make me look like a douchebag? Yeah, that must be what's happening, Nick. It's the only explanation. I must be in Ravenloft. That's how you get there. It gets foggy, and then you come out the other side of the fog, and you're in Ravenloft. Oh, I didn't want both of you assholes to come. Stay down. There you go. All right. Yeah, but I don't think I checked this house yet. There were too many zombies here yesterday. So the small house up to the north with the... Oh, fuck. Never mind. Okay, it's a bit more than I want to deal with. Maybe I can give him the old loop-de-loop. All right. Wow! Yay! Okay. Get off. It is full of undead. Although at least in Ravenloft they do have towns with just like people who live there. It's not like the whole world is dead. Food Brother, Happy New Year, man. Caw, Food Brother, Feliz Contreras. Bringing in the new year with the zombie apocalypse simulator. All right, come on now. Come on. You want some of this? Ah. I'm really lucky I haven't been injured yet with moments like that. What I need to find is one of these assholes with wearing a big ass backpack. Can we arrange a zombie with a giant backpack, please? How are you taking this many hits? guys. Get fucking off of me. Oh, oh God. All right, this is more than this is too red. Get the fuck off me. Get off. All right, this is getting, it's too much. This is too much. Here, let's all go into these thick woods together. Here, follow me into these deep, thick woods. I can handle one straggler. You can follow me, that's okay. Sons of bitches. God damn it, they're all there. Gang's all there. Oh, this house is just full of them. All right, did we give them the old slipperoo? I don't know that I would say I definitively gave them the slipperoo. Oh God, why are there so many? This is supposed to be small town living. I don't think there were this many people here back before they all died. Let's see, I'm feeling a little sad. Yeah, well, I'm definitely starting to get the blues. All right, everybody, y'all coming now? Come on. Maybe I'm going to take you all up to where that graveyard is. And ditch you at the fence like I did with that other group. Yeah, we have a proper horde following us now. My guy's probably going to have a nervous breakdown over this. But you know what? It's cool. He's got a hat on. It's the hat on backwards. That'll help him stay cool, right? There we go. It's lunchtime. How you doing, Justin, man? Happy New Year. We still got it. Come on, guys. Don't keep up, okay? It's the longest, slowest loop anyone ever made. Dude, what is this? They get bored? Wait, where was that giant fence I saw before? All right, let's have a little. There's more over there than I want to do. Here's that fence. For the two zombies that are still following me. At an accident? Holy moly. Sorry you had an accident, big brother. Why am I coming in here? You got zombies on both sides of the fence. That's not part of the plan. Yep. right. I'm not having a very good zombie apocalypse. And now I'm tired. And you take a break. See, this is how they get you. You get a little worn out, a little more and more worn out. Then all of a sudden, getting a little tired, you need to stop. But can you stop? Oh, no. Why? Because they're just here. They're just there. Hi. I don't want to get in a fight when I'm like this. Jesus. Come on, guys. Oh, shit. There's a... So this is not looking so good. This sequence of events could be the slow unraveling of my adventure. Because now I'm too tired to do any significant maneuvers on these guys. Let's gather you all up. Come on, everybody. Gather up. Come on. They're able to climb these lower fences. It'll slow them down a little bit. The problem is because I'm exhausted, I can't make I cannot rely on the fences right now because eventually, because I'm exhausted, doing things like climbing fences is going to be the thing that pushes me into the can't outrun them anymore by walking category. Oh, for fuck's sake. I want to do the walk to command. Oh, for I just started losing them in the trees. Relentless. You guys. You just can't give a guy a break, can you? If Zoo Tycoon was a zombie game? Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's all go into the forest. Let's all go to the forest. Let's all go to the forest and have yourself a treat. I like long walks along the river. Alright, what I'm hoping is my cash walk through the trees is just gradually, they're all going to just gradually forget about me. They'll be walking in the middle of trees and being like, what were we doing out here again? Were we following a tree? Alright, I'm not going to go in that house because I'm tired. Oh, and there's zombies. You know what? I think I've stopped being out of breath, though. So, the bait shop. What I could use right now is just a little house that doesn't have a fuck ton of zombies around it. So I could just go inside a house and just relax for a little while. I suppose that's too much to ask. Alright, come on. I'm gonna check out that house. But they could climb this fence, but there was a taller fence earlier. They can't climb. If they were pissed off enough, they could probably eventually bust it down. All right. So I know that there are zombies inside this house. But what I want to do is a little sneak about. I hear someone from 2 directions now. Oh, is it just... Oh, just a dead corpse. All right, let's close this up. Is there no one in here? Really? Okay. We got curtains over here. We can close. Curtains over here that we can close. Gonna unlock the door. They don't know how to use doorknobs, so just having it closed is sufficient. But having it unlocked is convenient for me. Okay, it's a bathroom with no windows. We like rooms with no windows. The bedroom curtains. I wonder if we can find any more curtains. Dead corpse. Yeah, dead. Not undead. Let's get this out of here. It's not sanitary to hang out in a house with a corpse very long. Here, let's drop it. Sweater. Wish I could find more sheets. In here already? Nope. Newspapers. A fancy plate. I'm still really surprised that I have not found a single can opener. Oh, I'm getting pretty hungry though, aren't I? I could eat a horse right now. All right. Now it's just time. Just eat the whole brick of cheese. -5? That's nothing. Do I have any other food? I got that canned spaghetti that I can't open. All right, so the real issue is I've got to move on and got to find some food. I'm hungry. Also check here because sometimes little work sheds like this will have decent weapons. Metal pipe. Now there's a decent weapon for you. Primary. We're going to make the metal pipe be what's on our back. All right, what else have we got? A wrench. Ah, that thing's busted as shit already. Wrench is not bad, but I have a feeling if you ate the zombie, that'd be the end of your game. It's a sort of game that could conceivably let you do something like that, although I don't think that it does. And it's the kind of game that would let you do that sort of thing and then have it kill you. Like, you can find bleach in this game, and one of the options is to drink it. It'll let you do it. All right, hold on. All right, let's do a quick little once around here. At least I seem to have slipped that horde that was chasing me before. This house barely got any, Okay, hold on. I'm going to come back here and snag some of these some of these sheets out of here. Son of a bitch. He thinks I'm in that shed, so I'm not going to sweat it. What I'd like to do is grab some of these curtains, bring them back to that other smaller house that's only got like 2 curtains or 2 windows, and make that another place I can duck into and sleep if I need to. Shit. I haven't explored the pawing through garbage options in this game. I know you can move garbage around. I'm assuming you can go through a trash can, but I haven't tried it yet because there's so many not trash cans to go through that I opt to do that instead. Let's see, add sheet. Sheet. Wait, did I only get 2 sheets? Did I screw up this whole operation? I do not have enough sheets. Oh yeah, hiding in the garbage can. Sure. You go back. The only downside is no TV, you know? We're getting that point where I want to make sure I have a place to rest. Where's that Nimrod? Hey, no, I knew he was there. Don't act surprised. Nah, just leave him alone. Garbage bag. And a dead mouse. Well, I'm gonna grab that. It's fresh. Really? I've already been in here. But I guess this one window I never tried to open. And now I can't open it. So we'll head back to the other house, grab this last curtain. We'll head back to the other house, have a nice mouse stir fry. I can eat the dead mouse. Yes. It will provide me with a small amount of sustenance. It will contribute to a rather larger amount of unhappiness, but I can do it. No, I do not believe you can throw the dead mouse in such a way that would make any impact upon the zombie's behavior. All right, so we've got kind of a little crappy house we can hide in. Now let's see what's going on for food. Look at all that canned food. God, let there be a can opener. Nobody have a damn can opener in this whole damn town? Let's see. Can I do a mouse stir fry though? Let's see. Butcher small animal. Yes. rodent meat. Can I open the corned beef? I have some corned beef and rodent stir fry. I'm just gonna do it. Why the hell not? A little just a dash of rodent and some canned corned beef. Mwah. All right. Yeah, we'll come over here. And we'll place the rodent meat and canned corned beef stir fry into the oven. Let's see. Yeah, turn it on. Here, we'll put the rest of the corned beef. I still have part of a can of corned beef. Put that in there. And we're going to keep an eye on this stir fry. Dangerous uncooked. You just wait. Should I wash up? Over the years, I've played quite a bit of this game, Justin Man. But it's still in a constant state of development. So there's a lot that I don't know how to do, that I'm not familiar with. A lot of mechanics and things. So in a way, there's a lot more to this game than there was the last time I really jumped into it. So I'm mostly learning, and I was never good at it. But when I did play it the most before, it was probably 6 or 7 years ago. It was before I had the Gaming Lore channel. Fresh, uncooked. Maybe that's one way I could get their attention somewhere. Is if I could let a house catch on fire, and the fire might attract them all, and then they're dumbasses. They'll run into it. All right. It's cooked. It's a little hot right now, so I'm not going to eat it yet. Turn off the oven. So, yeah, was there a bathroom here? Can, clean myself. Wash up a little bit. And then have some rodent and corned beef stir fry. I wonder what the stats are on that. Oh, it actually, I guess if you cook it up and mix up with some corned beef, it actually doesn't make you unhappy. So remember that, boys and girls. If you're in the zombie apocalypse and you find a dead rodent, as long as it's fresh, if you stir fry it with some canned corned beef hash, you're actually going to end up having a meal that will not only satisfy you, but will bring you some degree of pleasure. Let me see how much. It's not extremely satiating, so I'm just going to eat the whole thing. Oh, it was full to bursting. Maybe I didn't need that much food. Let's see. I have some. No? Can I just drink the water? Drink. Did that satisfy you, Brad? Did you finally, so many times in games you ask me to eat various things and I don't. Or I'll say something, I'll do the best I can, but I'll say something unsatisfying like, you can eat it, Brad, with the power of your imagination. But here I actually did not only eat the mouse, but I ate the mouse in a glorious stir fry that you all watched me assemble and eat. I butchered the mouse, added the corned beef hash, stir fried it, and apparently it was delicious. All right, now let's why not? Let's wash everything. We got all the time in the world. It's a zombie apocalypse, right? I think as long as I washed myself, like my hands, it was safe to eat. Oh, I must be out of soap. This is taking a long time. Am I out of soap? No, I still got a little... Ah, mostly gone. Saw when I washed my clothes earlier, it was a lot quicker. I don't remember picking up thread. When did I get thread? All right, now we're all squeaky clean. Let's see, we got any good? Oh my gosh, Lord of the Rings, The Lays of Beleriand, Legend of Sigurd. And, oh, they've got some really obscure stuff. The Peoples of Middle Earth, The Shaping of Middle Earth, Treason of Isengard, Unfinished Tales. I've always wanted to read the unfinished. Oh, Stephen King, Firestarter. That's a tough thing. We've got Trapping for Beginners. Did I see something about fishing in here? No. You know, I'm going to read about mechanics. Maybe I could fix up that car. I don't think dead mouse in the game to be eaten. Maybe you should look into making a mod to make that happen. I'm sure you could work it out. And, oh, the garbage bag. I think the reason the garbage bag is worth collecting is I think you can put them inside of crates and set them outside and use them to collect rainwater after the water grid has gone down. I think that's the use of garbage bags. Not 100%. I just know I saw a video where it looked like someone was using it that way once power and water were offline. All right, let's let's sit down. And let's put the pipe away. All right? Let's read a little bit about mechanics. There. We're having a lovely time now. Maybe he'll be a little less weepy. Right now he's getting a tad weepy. Seek some excitement? Hasn't he had enough? And you can't forward time if you're just doing something like nothing's happening and you just want to advance. You can speed up time a little bit. Most of the time I just don't do it. Getting bored? All right, you know what? Screw it. It's time for some Tolkien. We're going to read Unfinished Tales. I don't want him sitting here getting bored, though, if we got Tolkien on the shelf. You sit down. There you go. Pause time. Pause time. I could. It's a little anticlimactic. Unless I was planning on going and getting like a glass of water or something. When you're sad, you read mechanics books over Tolkien? I don't know. Apparently, he just needs some escapism. There. Now he's no longer bored. He's just agitated, nervous, and jumpy. Let's see. Does he still have Tolkien disappear from his inventory now that he finished it? You know, when you finish a book and you just tear it up and throw it over your shoulder like it never existed? All right, so maybe we can go back to the mechanics for beginners. Because I think the plan now is just to hang out reading until I get sleepy and then lay down. Maybe we'll at least stay up till midnight. He's drowsy. All right, it's good. Bed quality good. All right. Yep, let's do it. What we're still missing is a can opener. That's like my life's mission right now. Let's see. We're gonna have a little drink. Fill up that water bottle. See, can I cook anything right now? I can make some stir fry. And it's just gonna be a corned beef stir fry. All right, let's keep an eye on that stir fry though. So, yeah, you could see how this game would, you know, if you're in the right mood, you kind of immerse yourself in it if it's your type of thing and play it. It's the kind of game you can just kind of get a little bit lost in because it, you know, there's like an authentic experience to it a little bit as, you know, it's still as hokey as the graphics are and stuff. I don't know, it's a pretty cool game for what it's trying to do. I think it does it well. I'll go years without really being in the mood for it, but when you got that itch to scratch, this game does it. You want to see what would happen if you try to survive in the zombie apocalypse? Oh, I didn't realize I could actually watch the cook meter go on this. And I think what I might do is I might just carry this thing with me until I get hungry. All right, turn that shit off. Now we will continue in our quest for the can opener. Nope, nothing good there. When you're... I don't think I've looked in this house yet. Are they suffering from artificial scarcity? When the zombie apocalypse hit, was that one of the panic items that people bought? Oh, this dude's got a little, like, teddy bear backpack. I'm into that shit. Here, let's put the school bag right on my back. And now I got him oh, it's a raccoon backpack. All right, what can I put in there? I'll put my canned spaghetti that I've been carrying around. The meat cleaver that I'm not using at the moment. I actually don't know why I'm still holding on to that. The ripped sheets can probably go in there. The book. Because what the stuff you put in the backpack becomes lighter by having it there. Oh, hello. Oh, he's got a friendship bracelet. How precious. Okay. Optimistically approaching this house. Gonna do a little circle of it. To make sure there's not a horde hiding by the front door. Not something you want to find out when you're inside. There's a couple over there that might see me. It's okay if they do. Nope, they don't give a shit. Okay. Can I just see one over down here? Or right? I'm not paying attention. Okay. Okay, no alarm, please. Close the curtains. Ooh, there's already curtains closed over there. That's nice. I like closed curtains. There's a window with no curtains. No curtains. No curtains. 2 windows with no curtains. Always assessing a place's how viable it would be to hide out for a night in a place if I need to. If the other places nearby are overrun and I need a place to crash for the night. There's another house with no TV. That's disappointing. All right, let's check if they got a can opener. This is the longest I've ever gone without finding a can opener. Ooh, the radio. Device options. I don't know if I learned anything from this. I'll keep it on. Some talk radio. A bowl is actually a good thing to have because then you can, if you get fruits and stuff, you can make salad. And that makes you happier to eat it than just plain. Dish towel. Chips. That's good. Beef jerky. It's good shit to carry around. Just flat out marinara. Just gonna eat. All right. More canned foods. No can openers. And some pickles. Here, just go ahead and eat the pickles. And I am starting to get hungry, so I'm going to have that corned beef. Well, somehow I've been opening I think I opened the corned beef, but it doesn't seem to give me an option to open all the cans. Oh yeah, let's see if when I use the crafting menu. Oh, make salad out of what? A beef jerky salad. I could apparently beef jerky is a very versatile ingredient. I can make an entire stir fry out of beef jerky, or I could make it if I'm feeling like something lighter and healthier. I could make a beef jerky salad with just beef jerky. But it's not letting me open any cans, so here we are again. A Slim Jim salad. I'm trying to remember if I ever looked. Did I ever look at that house up there? Oh, those guys moving on? Oh no, they're just chilling. Is he coming towards me? No. What's the condition of this vehicle? Eh. So I think we're getting into territory of houses I wanted to explore before, but there were just too many zombies. Here, let's get out of line of sight of those other two. All right. Let's do it once around this house. How many of those? Okay, they're still up there, but they're slowly wandering in the other direction. Let's have a look. No alarm. Curtain down in the bathroom. Curtain in the bedroom. I'm getting a little sad. Maybe I can use my beta blockers to improve my depression. Isn't that... Oh, there's lots of curtains in here. It's gonna walk right into the center of the sink to close those curtains. I think I might, wait a minute. Am I completely sheltered? Like, this door doesn't have a window. Wow, this is, I think, the first place I've come into during this game where literally every window is covered. Alright, nothing good there. I usually am long dead by now, Brad. At the point where there was a horde chasing me around the cemetery, I was pretty sure my story was coming into an end soon. When he started getting out of breath, I'm like, oh yeah, it's overweight smoker. Oh, G-Law. His story's about to come to an end. This is how it comes to an end. Okay. Oh, trapping for beginners. Fantastic Four comic book. Good to know. Charles Dickens, David Copperfield. All right. Hey, there's zombie stories. Apparently those really improve your mood. Maybe I'll hang out and read some of that, since I'm starting to feel a little bit sad. First, ooh, a pineapple. I could make a pineapple salad. Canned soup, canned beans. No. I can make a pineapple fruit salad. Here, let's make a fruit salad. There. Well, what can I roast? Oh, a beef jerky roast, because there's a roasting pan nearby. Apparently, you can't make beef jerky fruit salad. Who knew? I mean, so what if it's definitionally, contradictory? It still seems like you could make a salad out of just those two things. You just wouldn't call it fruit salad anymore. Just be pineapple jerky surprise. And that the surprise is the dead mouse that I slipped into it. Shh, don't tell anyone. Because if there's enough corned beef hash, then that dead mouse is going to be delicious. All right. You know what? I'm going to read... Oh, Cooking for Beginners. That's a good one. Stephen King. I like Stephen King. Let's read some Stephen King. We're going to sit on the floor. Read us some Stephen King. I've got a lot of shit on me right now. Here, we'll put the cooking book in a backpack. Why do I have to dump that shit on the floor? Okay. So, are you all impressed with my ability to survive the zombie apocalypse? Don't you ever say that about my beloved Stephen King. That's how I felt about Stephen King when I was in high school. Then I was a literature major, and I felt like that even stronger. And then I graduated with a literature degree. And then I realized he wrote Stand By Me, Green Mile, and Shawshank Redemption. And that made me think maybe he's not the hack that I thought he was. And then I started reading his stuff. And then I found out I really liked a lot of it. Oh, thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. Now I got dumber. What happened? Well, I got a little frustrated at some of the lofty books that people are like, oh, you simply must read this. And then I started realizing some of it was just pretentious crap that was just difficult for the sake of being difficult so that people could read it and go, oh, I read this. I understood the deeper meaning. And it's like you had a very basic meaning, and then you scrambled it up in some writing that you thought was real clever, and all the intellectuals agreed with you. Doesn't make it a good book. Was that Ulysses? Was that James Joyce? Because Ulysses in particular is the perfect example of that kind of book. It's in fact the main book that when I talk about books like that, I'm referring to Ulysses by James Joyce. But it's not the only one. I read other ones that were slightly less irritating. Okay. I thought that was James Joyce. I never read that one, but based on my experience with Ulysses being the most pretentiously written, the story it was telling was simple, but the way it told it was impenetrably weird, like hard to follow. And it's like, look what I've done. I've done this. I've written this inscrutable thing that's only inscrutable because I made it difficult to understand. Aren't I a genius? All right. Oh, now I'm hungry. Time to eat that pineapple salad, huh? Right? Check this out. I'll be full to bursting soon. I guess I'm not full to bursting, but still. All right. Yet another house with no can opener, no TV. But it is a house with window coverings. Here, I'm going to open the windows. So that I'll know if I ever need to quickly duck into these. That I can. Like that one house I tried to sneak back through a window later and I couldn't. Because it was locked. But this house with all these curtains, this might be a handy place to sneak back into to sleep if I need to. And if you're going to be maybe coming and going through places, it's nice to know you're not going to run up to a window and not be able to open it. You were really confused because Dubliners was amazing? That's James Joyce as well. I've heard he wrote some things that were not in the style of Ulysses. But I was so scarred by Ulysses. And so everyone, oh, Ulysses is so, my English classes and stuff. Oh, Ulysses is so, it's so amazing and complex and genius. And it's like, no, it's not, dude. That dude literally, all he did was think of a story that was unfolding. And then diarrhea out random thoughts that the person experiencing that story might be having and see if you could figure out what was happening based on that random mental diarrhea coming out of it. Random thoughts, the person experiencing a thing happening. It'd be a little bit like watching a video game stream without the video and trying to figure out what's happening. Like a story just based on random, like, oh, what's going on there? Oh, look. Corned beef hash. They make a novel that sounds, it's all that. It's all just that. Wait a minute. Did we ever check this house with the taxi in front? I feel like I might have approached it a couple times and been chased off by zombies. I can't recall if I actually ever got to go inside. Used to shit on King after having read almost none of his work. Now you've read a bunch of him and can shit on him from better. Well, what I can say is that he's not a perfect writer, and he does fuck up some of his stories. Not all of his stories are amazing. I think it's safe to say, having tried my hand at writing and originally kind of like trying to develop my skill as a novelist, Stephen King's got a lot of raw talent, and he does have a gift. It doesn't always result in the best stories ever written. But he is, I would consider him like a masterful writer. Stay down. I almost find a lot of his prose to be transparent. And what's not transparent to me almost feels, I don't know, like familiar. Like I enjoy, he's got a certain tone that's simple and straightforward, and that I like. But, you know, I suppose it's open to, anything like that is open to, you know, tastes. When I first tried to read Stephen King when I was 15, and in retrospect, the first book I tried to read was Cujo, which, having read a number of his books 15, 20 years later, I was like, Cujo was like the worst one I could have chosen of anything he'd published at that point in his career. I was like, this book's stupid. He never runs out of ideas. Not all amazing. And some of well, yeah. And I think part of it is that's part of what works with him. So you take some of his best works, like Misery, I think is one of his best books. I think Misery is one of the best books ever written for what it is. And Misery is like a fairly simple premise. If you could jot down the overall plot in a couple of sentences, and it may not sound like enough to make a book out of, but damn it, he made a book out of it, and a really good one. That almost all took place in like 1 or 2 rooms in this little house in the middle of nowhere. Oh, did I come in here? Or this may be a place where the people moved out before the apocalypse happened. Because there's like nothing in this place. Oh, a lead pipe. Oh, that's good. Here, I'm gonna grab that. Let me see. What was I using before? A metal pipe? You know, I'm just gonna dump the metal pipe. Let me grab that garbage bag. The metal pipe's already half gone, so I'm gonna get rid of the metal pipe. This one does a bit more damage and it's in full condition. I'm gonna put that as my back weapon too. Author on Amazon, she never runs out of ideas, and you love a lot of her books. Is that one of those like straight Amazon published? There's some really good authors that found their place publishing Kindle books. Andy Weir, who wrote The Martian, is a good example of that. I read The Martian several years before I read The Martian before anyone knew who the hell he was. He was just a dude that'd been writing it in PDF form and in chapters, and eventually the people who like used to like post links on like a random message board, and eventually people convinced him to put it on Kindle because they were having too much trouble trying to figure out how to get all of his chunks onto their Kindles to read. And so he was like, all right, well, I figured out how to put my book on Kindle, but I can't give it to you for free. Like, I have to charge 99 cents or they won't let me do it. So he puts The Martian on Kindle and charges 99 cents because he has to in order to have it on there. And I think it's a combination of, it's a really good book that people like, and it was 99 cents. So there was a low bar for entry and it just exploded. Ooh, horror books. What's your name? Amy Cross? I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I mean, there are a lot of, we've discovered a couple of series, like a sci-fi series called Expedition Force. And it's like a sci-fi sort of comedy military thing. And my wife and I like got into it when we used to commute, when we lived in LA and we were doing trains all the time, where you spend a lot of time commuting. And that was a really fun book, a series of, and I think the reason we liked it is because it was the same reader. We did the audiobooks and it was the same reader who did The Martian. And we looked up what other books he'd narrated and we saw he'd done this series. So that's why we checked it out. And we ended up like thinking it was really like a lot of fun. Do I have any food? I got my chips. I'm starting to get hungry. Peckish. Okay, I'm not starving yet. I don't normally have this much of a food shortage. That's been a real issue this playthrough. Where are the nice houses in this town? Can I zoom out this map at all? No, yeah, but I can't. I don't know what the hell is there. So I feel like I've been looting the bad part of town this whole time. We got the first book of The Expanse. And it's the same thing as we started watching the show a couple times and we stalled out before. And it wasn't because we didn't like it. It's just we can be like that with shows, especially my wife. Like she'll get sucked up into something else and just not want to watch whatever we were watching for a long time. But in that case, it might have been me that ruined it with The Expanse. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god. I got bit. Or got some kind of wound. I'm gonna have to check myself out in a second. Let's see what the damage is. If I'm bitten, I'm fucked. Bitten. Oh, I'm fucked. And I had that fucker on the ground, too. I mean, at this point, when you've got a bona fide bite, because you can get scratches and things and you're not necessarily going to become a zombie. At this point, I am 100% going to end up dying and becoming a zombie. There's like absolutely no way around it. It could take several days. I might feel okay for a few days. But being bitten is like, you can play it through to the end and you may end up playing for another hour or two. But that character is going to be dead in within 72 hours. Who is this guy? Oh, he's a police. The nightstick. I don't even know why I'm bothering anymore. He's got a revolver, but they're heavy. Can I put it in my backpack? Put the nightstick in my backpack, too. Oh, that's a nice jacket. It's probably too warm for July. The pants aren't helpful. Yeah, that's not helpful either. I could dress up like a cop, though. There. I'll be like Rick Grimes. Oh, the shoes are better than the sneakers I'm wearing. Trooper pants? No, my pants are better. I'm going to skip the jacket. The jacket's actually not a bad mood, but if you try to wear something like that in the summer, all it's going to do is dehydrate you. You're going to get hot, overheated constantly. So, not that it matters. I got bit in the fucking head. That's where the... I got bit in the head. Oh, the bandage is already dirty, which means I'm bleeding. But it's when it says also immediately, it's like you're infected. Yeah, you're fucked. If you get scratched by a zombie, you can still be infected and die. And you could still actually, the wound can still get infected, and maybe if you find antibiotics, you can still survive it. Because not every infection in the game is the zombie virus or the zombie infection. But that's the point at which if you're scratched and it gets infected and you start feeling a little feverish, it's like, there's a pretty good chance I'm turning into a zombie right now. But it may still be worth playing it out just to make sure. Because it could just be literally you got an infected wound that's fucked you up a little bit. Yeah, my health, I think, is gradually dropping now, too. What are the things here? Minor pain, discomfort, something doesn't feel right, agitated, and feeling a little sad. Oh, it's only going to get worse from here. Now, one thing that's kind of cool is when you die, you can keep playing in the same world and actually find your old zombie person. But if you built up a house with all sorts of cool shit in it, you can find that place later and still have all that stuff. The downside is if you spend a lot of time building up skills and honing your abilities and things, then you're that much further. The game gets harder as you go, as it progresses. More zombies especially I think the first month. The more and more zombies end up entering the area. No need to feel sad. Everything's going to be fine. And also, if you continue playing in the same world, you can, I think the map continues to, like whatever you uncovered here, it will still be uncovered if you spawn as a new character. All right now I'm still just playing because, like, after the stream, if I play again this weekend or something, I'll probably start a new character. He hasn't done enough in this game. It's not like, oh, he's accomplished so much that if I bring a new character in, he could really reap the benefits. It's like, dude hasn't even found a can opener yet, okay? Right now, I'm just pining over like, oh, someday I'll find a can opener. And then, oops, I got bit by a zombie and I'm gonna be dead soon. Oh, I wonder, the burger place has a can opener. Not that it matters. It's like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic at this point. But, food places. I have killed dirty again. Still bleeding, still infected. How many ripped sheets do I have? Oh, it's in my backpack is where I've got them. Oh, I still got quite a few clean ripped sheets. Looked up, just when I changed it, there's this pile of blood on the floor. Yeah, I am not in a good place. Rolling pin. There's just a uncooked meat patty just chilling on the cupboard. Okay. Hey, what about the apron? No one's gonna know what the fuck I am. I've got a cop uniform and an apron. Someone walks in, I'll be like, "Can I help you? You mind showing me your license and registration? Would you like that medium, rare, or well done, please?" Fresh potato and a sack. All right. Got back here. Vegetable oil, yeast, maple syrup. Can I just drink maple syrup? Hey, look, it's actually maple syrup is very high in calories, and it helps with your unhappiness. So I'm gonna actually eat a quarter of the maple syrup, just because maybe, I might be dying. I might be dying of a zombie bite, but damn it, I could still enjoy a little bottle of maple syrup. Just like Buddy the Elf. Anything in the oven? No. All right. In here. More soap. Soap's always good. Actual real bandages. That's nice. Garbage bag. An uncooked cockroach. Yeah, you know what? I'll grab that. I'll grab that. Maybe I can improvise some sort of an amazing stir fry. It'll be my final meal. I'll find a bottle of bleach. I'll make a cockroach stir fry. Have a little bleach nightcap. And then that will be the end of his adventure. All right, let's see. Is this like the way out of town? Yeah, I'm getting the sense there's not a whole lot over here. Here, I'll make my way down to this little road. Yeah, I don't actually think eating zombie is an option. And again, Brad, I'm gonna have to give you the unsatisfying answer that we can eat the zombies using the power of our imagination. Which I feel like is a substandard answer to a sincere desire to see my character eat a zombie in this game. What is this? Oil company? This is a gas station. Hey, if they have a little snack shack, maybe they'll have a can opener in here. Probably not, but fuck it. They'll have food at least. Oh man, I think I heard a bunch of people. Was it just him making all that noise? All right. That's a bunch of bullbird, man. My only way into this place gonna be to bust a window? This does not look like the kind of window you open with your hands. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try it. It's letting me try, so I'm gonna try it. Can I make a phone call? Oh, this game's totally unrealistic. I can't make a phone call. Nothing in the freezer. Oh, there's another cockroach. I'm gonna have like the biggest cockroach salad anybody ever saw. Big old cockroach stir fry. Zombie wolf. Yeah, that's true. Although this game's been in early access so long, there probably were lots of phone booths when they started making it. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot of people over there. God damn it. This is more typical of how my game goes. Except this usually happens in the first, like, half hour of play. Alright, now let's see what else. Oh, I got bitten in my lower torso. Alright, so now I'm twice damned. Yeah, I'm double doomed. Double dog doomed. It's okay. Lawrence Hawk is an optimist. He's like, you know what? Maybe it won't get me the way it got all the other ones. I mean, I know they say there's 100% chance that if you're bitten, if you have a bite infection, you will turn into a zombie within 72 hours. 100%. But you know what? Maybe I'm the one that's going to be the exception to the rule. You just got to have a hope and a positive attitude. Yep, just another big old fucking bite. Here, ladies, step right up. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Am I still standing? Jesus, how am I? Oh, there we go. That's what we were waiting for. You survived for 2 days, 14 hours. You killed 42 zombies. Game mode sandbox. And watch, they're chewing on his nuts a little bit, but you know what? Look, he's fine. He's fine. He's good as new. I can make... This is where you quit the main menu, you can start over, or you hit new character. And then, you know, I can find him in his little raccoon backpack. Take it all for myself. Look, he looks a lot more relaxed now, though, don't you think? And yeah, it's time for... No, this is actually... This timing is about perfect for gameplay to stop. It's that pushing 11 o'clock, you know, the shushing hour, as we call it here in G-Law land. 11 o'clock, the shushing hour. But yeah, so that's Project Zomboid. Yeah. So it's a cool game. It's the best game that does what it does ever made. Get shushed. Well, I'm already now at that point where I'm like, it's time to bring down my own volume a little bit. We could talk for an hour about D&D. I don't necessarily need to get off stream immediately. It's just like not time to be like, all right, well, let's make one more character and play for 3 more hours. So I slowly... That's the thing that's depressing about that game, though, is mostly it ends like that. So you'll play it, you get a few days in, and people that do get really good at it to the point where they are thriving and they have managed to like learn all these skills, and now they're out in the wilderness and they've built their own shelter, like their own little compound, and they're farming their food, and so for some people they're good enough to get to a certain point where then it actually just gets boring. And they have to artificially create like new objectives. Like, okay, I need to build a new place out near this new town and try and start over. But I don't know that D&D is happening soon. I've taken no steps this week. This week has been not a week where I've had extra proactive energy to move that forward, because I'm thinking at this point moving it forward may involve having a communication that may or may not be a whole lot of fun. someone, maybe disinviting someone from a game is not something that that I'm eager to do. But, and also, I'm not like hugely enthusiastic about being naggy about it. Like, I've already kind of pushed it a few times. Anyways. Should plan a session 0 and just send it out to people, get a deadline. That might be the thing to do. It's just, when I get dealing with like the other stuff I'm dealing with, which nothing's bad, but I've got my focus is, the extra energy I have at the moment is directed to something else. So like if we already had a game just kind of going in a routine way, I'd be good to do it. But that whole like proactive building part, I've got an interview next week for a position that I'm applying for. So I'm kind of like, that's a little bit where and I know there are enough hours in the day that one could do an interview next week and also try to continue establishing a D&D game. But yeah, I've been more job focused at the moment. But that's not a bad idea to just finally announce a session 0 and just say like, anyone who doesn't have their characters yet needs to have it to me by session 0 and needs to attend session 0. And if they, and anyone who hasn't done that, that's the bar for entry at this point. The other thing that's happened too is I think my wife wants to play still, but she's been distracted by a lot of other stuff going on, like her own like Christmas and family plans and all that stuff. So thanks, Brad. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. The supervisor position has opened up, and they've opened up a few times, and this is the 4th time a supervisor position's opened up since I've been there. And I've only applied once before. And honestly, it was like, there's a lot that I like about what I'm doing already. Supervisors don't get paid a ton more, but they're not hourly anymore. So some of them end up working like insane hours. And a lot of what they do is the stuff that they're focused on is stuff that I'm not at or haven't been as interested in. So I haven't, and I think the one time I did apply, I basically said, I like what I'm doing already. And my main motivation for applying is I want to make sure that you've got candidates available that you have a pool of qualified candidates to choose from, because I didn't know who else is applying. And it was basically like, if, I think it's a job that I could do and that I could do well. And if you think that would be the best place for me, then I'd be happy to do it. But I wasn't necessarily like, I want to be a supervisor. And they basically said afterwards, they gave it to someone else, and they said, yeah, you just didn't seem to want it that bad. And I was like, I didn't. It's almost just, I was putting my name in so that in case everyone else that applied didn't look good, you could give it to me and I would do the job. The gaming law office supervisor. I'm not sure exactly. I would be a supervising attorney. So I'd still be a lawyer and I could still be a gaming lawyer. I'd just have like this more specific role. So because the other thing that they've been talking about doing is actually creating a new position for me that doesn't exist. And I guess the leadership on my team, like my supervisor and the manager above them, has been trying to argue to have some sort of another like specialist lead position for me to move up into, so that I could do the stuff that like I have been wanting to do And basically what they've been doing is moving me in a direction of stuff that I want to do, like QA and coaching and things like that. Whereas supervisors are more focused on like measuring and allocating and assigning work and making sure that all the workflow coming in gets distributed effectively and completed. And not as much about getting in the trenches and helping people get the work done and figure out how to do the work. And that's sort of what I've been historically more interested in. So, anyways, but that position doesn't exist. So in some sense, they're trying to like clear a place for me to do that, even if it doesn't officially exist. So I've been going in that direction. They've been taking me off of sort of the regular duties and putting me more in like a work quality oversight, even though my job title is the same as the other people. And I'm like, it would be really nice. Like, it's like, I don't feel like I'm operating at the same level as most of the team. I am in a leadership position already. It's just, I haven't been promoted. I'd be nice to be promoted into the thing that I'm evolving into. And they understand that, but there's no guarantee about that. And lacking that, I'm like, yeah, I am definitely moving in a leadership direction. And, you know, if this is the option that's coming up, then it's at this point I'm actually interested in pursuing it, rather than just like, sure, if you can't find anyone better, I'll do it for you. It's like, okay, yeah, it's good. And I could probably, the stuff that I want to do, I could probably still do to some extent as a supervisor, even though I'd be more removed from engaging directly with the work the way that I would in what I'm doing now. So it's one of those things where it's like, if I don't get it, it may very well, I think they've got a good sense of that too. If they're like, you know what, we think we may be able to get that other position created, and we're going to pass on you on supervisor because we think you'd work better in this other thing we've been talking about. So, but it's still like, when I am focused on the interview and that sort of thing, it's kind of like, it's like a thing. It's the thing right now that's in my center of vision right now. If I don't get it, I should sue. Nah. From the outline, this is the most boring D&D campaign ever. It's starting a Star Wars movie talking about trade disputes. What are you talking about? Or if we're talking about my job? Brad, are you litigious? You don't strike me as someone that would be litigious, but I've never crossed you in real life. I've known litigious people though, and based on that experience, I would expect from those people, I already would have been legitimately seen them threaten to sue people. Probably, let's see, I've known you 6 years almost, going on 6 years, probably about 6 years ago. Because people who are litigious that I've met tend to bring that shit up all the time. You know, I went to the grocery store and I had my coupon and it was only 2 days expired. Which is close enough that they should have just let me use it. And they didn't. And I think they did it because I'm a woman, or because I'm this, or because I'm that. And I think it was discrimination. And I'm going to sue them now. It's like, I've known people that are like that. They just come up with these really, like, over nothing, try to come up with some theory that they could sue people on, and they get enraged, and they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna sue them. And those people, sometimes they actually do. Although pro per, they won't be able to. No attorney will take the case, so they'll obsess and go in their apartment and like draft a filing and figure out how to get it reduced or free filing fees for poor people because they have too much time on their hands. But you never sued anyone, but you'd like to get into it in the legal arena. Well, I don't know. I'm a very non-litigious person. What you could say is It's like, well, if you're non-litigious, why did you become a lawyer? It's a good question. It was more because I liked the learning of law, and I didn't know what I wanted, where I wanted to end up. I knew from before I even went into law school, I knew I didn't want to be a litigator, though. I knew that wasn't my personality. I wanted to learn complex things and figure out how to apply it in a way that solved people's problems or helped people. So, and in effect, that's exactly what my job is doing now. So, yay, I'm not technically, I'm a lawyer by name, but what I'm doing itself would not be considered lawyering. You just have to be an attorney in order to be in the position that I'm in. All right. Well, now it's 11. I'm starting to get tired. Yes, Borden. Thank you for that. We all love it. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm actually starting getting a little bit of headache. I probably need to drink some water. And maybe eat that last taco. Put some last dab on it. You can shush me if that'll perk me up. There's nothing that gets me riled up like getting shushed. So, especially once I turned 48, getting shushed, it's like every year later that I am, getting shushed becomes more, it's more of an indignity the older you get, getting shushed. But no, I think I'm going to end the stream. I can sing you all a little lullaby, calm you all down, all four of you that are in here right now. And then quietly eat my taco and then go to sleep. I have one taco, I'm going to eat it. I was maybe going to do it on stream, but now it's like, I just want to stop talking first and then eat the taco. So that's the order of business. Sing a lullaby, stop talking, eat a taco, go to bed. That's my ambition for the rest of the evening. So, show you the taco? No, because one thing is going to lead to another, Brad, and I'm going to end up eating the taco on stream and I don't even know if I have it within reach. I kept it nearby, but I don't think I've got it within reach. I have to crawl over the green screen to get it. Which, if I got to go that far to get the taco, well, you're pretty much counting on one thing leading to another. Well, one thing led to another, and before you knew what was happening, I was eating that taco on stream. Talking my whole way through it. Crap flying all over my mouth, out of my mouth, all over my keyboard, my microphone, ruining everything, and not being a restful, enjoyable experience that I was craving. All right, this is going to happen. This is what's going to happen now. So, Brad, I'm sorry, but it's time to relax. And again, I know it's 3 o'clock where you are, but you could use a nap. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now, Brad Pritchard Produce, Borden Dino the Bot, Nixie, go to sleep. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. EV23.